They completely soaked the sandwich in sauce.
Yo!
Yo! Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level burger.
That's robust!
Safe to swallow. Juicy, tangy, moist
Cheeseburger!
Get it all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy zip, whirl, moist
burger.
Yummy and robust. Yo! I have gout. Gout is a disease that makes my acid levels much higher than most people's. And so if I eat certain foods, my acid level elevates, skyrockets, and then I get all giant swelling and incredible pain in my joints. So I'm gonna eat this burger live with you today and share what I think about it. I'm sure people are gonna be asking me questions about it. Yo! Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level, timed release of flavors. Burger.
That's robust!
Juicy, tangy, moist burger. Get it all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy, whirl, moist
burger.
Yo! Gow, 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 gow.
Cheeseburger!
My hand is completely covered in sauce.
Hey guys, it's Derek here, and I wanted to apologize to Reese Robbins. I'm extremely sorry, and I wanted to tell Reese that she will always be one of my many favorite porn stars to watch.
The chap is here. The chap is coming. Let me repeat that again. The chap is here. The chap is coming.
And are you looking for things to suck? Cumin. Boing. Cumin. Hardcore. Cumin. And now I'm gonna masturbate. Cumin. They fucked me again, left and right. I'm the fuck out of these guys. Touching the guy's penis. And are you looking for things to suck? And my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point. Cumin.
Never tipping, never drop a gifted sub. Yeah, I'm lurking, yeah, I'm jerking. Yeah, I'm busting nuts. I've been stroking for so long. Stroking. Little Derek starts to hurt.
I'm glad to hear that, Derek.
The chap is here. The chap is coming. Let me repeat that again. The chap is here. The chap is coming.
And are you looking for things to suck? Cumin. Boing. Cumin. Hardcore. Cumin. And now I'm gonna masturbate. Cumin. Derek, what's going on? He says I love cumin. I'm glad to hear that, Derek.
My name's Derek. Bye.
You guys like pizza? I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me? Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Mozzarella! And delicious! Making it dollars, roll it out, toss it in the air! Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Salvagno cheese? Salvagno greasy shit? Crazy meat? Weird sauce? The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella! And delicious! Make it a dollars, roll it out, toss it in the air. Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Greasy shit? Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Weird sauce? Pizza pie! Delicious! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Pizza pie! Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella and delicious. Take the dollars and roll it out the toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit, pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Cheese, pizza pie. Delicious, pizza pie. Weird sauce, pizza pie. Crazy meat, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it.
That being said,
hello. This is Phil Burnell, all right? And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L. Team Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Steve to the dead, psychological style host. Get well soon, man. Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Ho, 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 ho. You got it. You got the fake laugh bit. Nice. What's up, everybody? Super Chuffer. We got a British style guest in the house.
Big ups.
Over
you can
there.
hear me, yeah?
Yeah,
Hi,
you're beautiful.
I'm Scott. I'm super chuffer, battery exhausted.
They know.
It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your microphone.
Okay, yeah, they know. What's up, everybody? Feeling good? Feeling hype? Ready for the fun to begin? Copeside Phil said Hulk Hogan gave Wings the Argentina leg drop yesterday. I don't know in what capacity that means, but big ups for that. Hypes. Big ups. Anyways, Meerkat is indeed dead again. He's out of town, so he could not join us. But she'll be back for Sunday where we have a hype guest. And let me tell you, not to spoil it, but it might be another British-style guest. So it's British Invasion here on the one, the only, That Being Said podcast, which I'm sure will make some of you very happy about. Business-style announcements, they don't exist because Meerkat's not here. So we'll just see you Sunday and enjoy the show on Sunday. A lot of stuff has happened. I want to start with something pretty silly first, if you don't mind, Super Chuffer. Is that cool?
Yeah. We can do what you want. You're in charge.
Definitely. Okay, so let's get to this little fun, cool thing. Not that guy. That's Philip, not Philip. I want this. So today on that WPIG, we heard about Philip and his exercise regimen. It's a very, very strenuous exercise regimen he puts himself through. So I found this, and I didn't see this happen live, and maybe you didn't either. Maybe chat, you didn't know either. But this was wild. So let's just watch about 2 minutes of this. This is from June 26th, 2022. Only context you need here is that this was the beginning of the power walking arc, where he was a power walker. He loves it, right? So here we go. Let's enjoy this together.
Out, power walking, whatever you want to call it, because just in the last month that I've been doing it, I actually feel tremendously better. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Okay, right now I get up. Look at that. I just jumped up. No problem. No pain. Everything's good. My legs feel healthy. I can easily move around. No problem. All right?
Dude, he is flexing that he can stand up.
No pain.
No
but
pain.
you're talking about a man who's waddled all his life, so you don't know what that does to your knees.
Dude, this blew my fucking mind. Like, okay, I know some people have difficulties walking, they're older. This is a 40-year-old person flexing that he can stand up. Get fucked, detractors. You get fucked. Phil's taking the L here, all right? Let's see one more time.
Listen,
Go ahead.
there was a bit of a heated discussion in chat the other day about certain topics, which
yes.
I don't want to get into like politics or anything, but
Yes.
like some of his members of his chat can't stand up.
Yes, that's true. Oh, yeah, okay. That doesn't make it better in this case.
Whoa! I was arguing on the side of we shouldn't, throw the
Yes.
slurs around, but now I've just
Yes.
done one. So that wasn't a slur. That was a statement of fact. Like,
So yeah, it's kind of like, as we also saw today, Philip talking about how all of America is fat because they have enablers in their household. When Philip, I don't want to say anything out of turn here or lose my simping card, but there is someone quite robust in Philip's household that you could say Philip is enabling if you follow his logic. When he said you enable them by leaving around stuff for them to eat, you leave around the sugar stuff, and he was talking all this stuff about people enable other people to get big. Okay.
so it made me question, right? You think
Yes.
that he's saying that because obviously Kat's at home,
Yeah.
so and you got issues there. But does he like resent her for bringing in these foods that he felt tempted by? And is he like saying like she's been basically like, because she must eat that stuff as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Or is he trying to like? Because I was watching and you were sort of like pointing out that if she's watching, it's almost like having a right go at your wife for like like having these problems and like not engaged. Like it was really like if she'd have been hearing it, it'd have been really uncomfortable around the dinner table later, wouldn't it? On the second pudding.
Well, don't worry, they don't they don't eat together, so no problem there. But yeah, for most people, yes, it's amazing, and it's the most fucked up thing you can do. Is if that's his way to try to tell her about that. That's the most fucked up way to do it, dude. Like,
what do you think he needs to get it off his chest, and he assumes she's not listening because she's like busy? Like,
I guess she does have a lot of quests to do. Those radiant quests don't stop, But still, I mean, this is I never heard that, and the stand up. I want to play one more time because it's just so awesome. Get fucked, detractors. When you can do this, then you can talk, all right? But until you can do this, shut the fuck up, all right, detractors? Get fucked. Here we go.
Better. Like, I'm going to give you an example.
Better.
Okay, right now I get up. Look at that. I just jumped up. No problem.
What the
no
fuck?
Pain.
Whoa.
Everything's good. My legs feel healthy. I can easily move around. No problem.
Yes.
All right? Before I started doing those walks,
Yeah.
I actually would have pain in my legs getting up. Like, all my muscles would feel like tense. My knees would crack and shit. It was bad. Because I was just sitting sedentary all day long for how many years, not doing any movement, right?
This guy's a badass, dude. Don't fuck with
I
him.
actually have a lot of flexibility now in my legs that I had lost for a while. I got it all back.
Nice.
I now have wind again.
He has wind again. I know you don't have wind, Super Chuff, for hell no. All that smoking you do. When did you lose your wind?
when we refer to wind in the UK, I don't know if that's an international, but it generally sounds like, as Soga says in chat, flatulence.
Yes, that's how you can say that in America
you
too.
wind a baby.
He's got his. I got that wind back.
Got that penny past a second wind.
Oh yeah, dude, it's awesome. This is
So that's
incredible.
another idiom that he doesn't really understand either, because you don't get a second wind in terms of in your life. Like it's within an exercise setting. Like you run out of energy and then you get your second wind in the same setting. It's not like I was used to feel unfit and now I've got my second wind, like my new freedom.
He just has wind. Period. He has wind.
Oh, just wind. Sorry,
Wind.
first wind.
Big ups,
The
dude.
wind,
First
the first
wind.
wind has returned.
Awesome.
I can walk and do things and not get tired. I've gotten my wind back within a month of just doing basic power walking.
Take that, detractors.
I now have wind again. I used to
That means, therefore, that until this point, he had in fact not got wind and couldn't walk and not get tired. Did hurt when he got up, and that's basically saying that things were pretty bad up to this point.
And dude, let me remind you what he has done to this point to get his win back has included 30-minute power walks. Well, 30-minute power walks. You can the length is very, you don't know, to his mailbox and back. That is how we got our win back. That's the beginning and end of it. And he would call those workouts.
I wonder if that's can you imagine like an anxiety meter going up? And as we reach the mailbox, the anxiety is reaching quite high. Shall I go beyond the gates? I don't know. Maybe we'll just stop at the mailbox today. We'll call it a win.
Yeah, he would go. I think he said like a mile and 30 minutes. Yeah, one 30-minute miles walking here. So really moving. I mean that is incredible speed. And I will definitely think differently about DSP. He's an animal. A true beast.
They make I've seen streamers that do like exercises on stream. You could get like an exercise bike, have the green screen stuff going on behind you, or you could get a treadmill and you could walk and talk. You know, like walks and talks with Phil. Like there's an absolute goldmine of content there that he could exploit if he was only willing to do some exercise.
Dude, if he, I would pay. Let's get a GoFundMe to see the power walk video. I'd throw in 50.
We've seen the press up. Oh wait, we didn't see the press ups.
We saw the power Project 7.
They definitely existed.
Oh yeah, the push ups too. The push ups
definitely happened.
Was that 20? I think he did 20, or was it 25? I think 25, right? I think 25.
Right, might as well say 30 for all it fucking matters, because they didn't happen.
Very high, dude. All right, anyways, enough of this fucking derail here. Let's get to our beautiful messages from everybody. We're going to start...
Can I say before we start the messages... Wait. Before we start the messages, I was in watching his Fallout thing yesterday, right?
Yes,
and I was watching you as well. And someone said, is Super Chuffer a detractor? Because I was being reasonably nice to him in the chat.
Yes.
And if he is watching, I've got an open heart still. I think Phil could still work hard on his character, show some courtesy, some contrition, and like whether, you know, his content improves or his character mainly, I still think there's a chance. So I hope he doesn't always watch this and just feel like that we completely hate him all the time, because there's a lot of good advice. A lot of these calls that go on tonight, if he just was able to, like, mates rip each other, they take the piss, okay, yeah, that's like his whole life they've all been doing that. So if he can get over that, like, he's got an open door here to some really like core pieces of golden nuggets of truth that will help him. So
okay, so by the way, just to be clear, because some people are turning on you in chat, Super Chuffer does not Super Chuffer does not donate. He is just a pure talking style LARPer in the chat.
Listen, I've been in there in different forms. The first time I went into Phil's chat, I just went in as a normal person, and I got banned for talking about background music. So I initially, you know, I went in there with an open heart, and I got basically banned for something innocuous and stupid. And I thought, well, this is stupid. I can see why everyone agrees, like, he's a bad chuffer, yeah. But like, I've been in there in, like, not as a LARPer, but just on my actual account, just like saying normal things.
Yes.
And just like seeing how it goes. It's an interesting experiment. I have also been in there as a LARP, and I was able to stay despite repeated comments about Mexicans, which I felt were over the line, but Phil didn't. He allowed me to stay.
Oh, he likes those.
Yeah, that was fine, but I did get banned for one thing that I said that was slightly over the line about, I mean, I went through the whole gamut, you know, I went through all the different, like, offensive things. I think there was eventually, I think I moved into a territory that he thought was just over the line, but yeah, like, I've been in there in different ways, so don't worry.
Basically,
like,
he's Super Chuffer, I think, is trying to add to the fun, and he's having fun himself, and you're trying to, you know, if there's a joke we're kind of trying to push a little bit, you kind of try to, you know, you kind of tread lightly, but try to push it along. The French fry bit we did on Monday, that was good. He talked about French fries for a fucking hour, because we started talking about, do you like steak fries? That was pretty funny.
It's just that I think you get different seasons of like, you can't always be in there. Well, you get banned quite quick, don't you, if you're in there trying to like stir up trouble. So at the moment, I'm just seeing what it's like to just be like a normal person in his chat for a little bit. But
just waddle lightly. That's what I recommend.
Like I say, if he does watch, like, he should listen to this stuff and he should take it on board, and like, you know, he should just stop being so sensitive about it all, shouldn't he? Like, that's one of the main things. So
no, if he had any ability to do that, he would have already done it by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no chance.
I can hear Steve in the back of my head saying, you can't fix the narcissist. He's always going to just use that against you, and like, don't be so feeble.
Yes, and King Eagle says Chuffer is OIC, and that is confirmed. Yes.
Oh, I've got a question there, right?
Yes,
you
please.
think OIC's 1 minute man, right? Yeah.
I'm not into that camp. It's not my. This is my debate. It just doesn't interest me.
Every time 1 minute man comes in, he says he, but OIC gets the real gentle work of they. Whichever, I'm totally fine with calling them they. So I don't think it could be OIC 1 minute man, because he calls him he every time. So that's a wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was John Rambo.
Oh, now we're talking. Oh, one more thing from today I want to say, just for fun. I don't want to get into it. I want to play the video. But Philip was talking about someone asked Philip, what are you going to do for Gay Pride Month? And Philip did his usual.
Suck a cock.
Did his usual. But he said at the end of his thing, like, I don't care what people are. Homosexual, heterosexual, bisexual, whatever you want. Gender fluid. He added that into that list. Okay? So heterosexual, bisexual, homosexual, gender fluid. Yeah, all the same. And then he said,
some of my best friends are women.
And then he said at the end, guys, it's not their fault. Just remember, it's not their fault. if they feel that way. So that says a lot about his thoughts. Big ally. It's not their fault, guys. Just remember that. If they're gay, it's not their fault. I mean, come on. How can you resist? Beautiful Hogan or John Rambo. Anyways, he is definitely wired straight. That's for damn sure. Okay, let's get to it. Messages. Oh, anything else you want to talk about last night? The review or anything you want to? Did you? I know you watched it. So, what do you think about his beautiful Fallout review? And you have to say Fallout. If you say Fallout, you are banned. Go ahead.
No, I'm all right with saying Fallout.
Yes.
The only thing I don't really want to do is I just made some really off-color jokes then, but I don't want to label his his fans as dents and wheelchairs, because I've got fans of my content that are like literally disabled, or I've got someone in my content that's had a brain injury. And like, if I say, oh, someone with brain damage is stupid, like they're not stupid, but Phil's supporters are. So it's just like, I think we give him easy ammunition to say, well, they're using slurs as well. But yeah, so I don't like go there necessarily. But that aside, yeah, I will say Fallout. Yeah, of course.
Yes, please.
I thought that it was really difficult to listen to somebody set the whole thing up as, you have to be here because you've already seen the whole series. Yeah, you're going to get loads of spoilers. You need to have seen the whole series. Yeah, that's the premise, isn't it?
That's how he got you in. Yeah, that's how he got you in.
So why the fuck am I going to listen to him explain the series for an hour? I've already seen it. I know what happened. You don't need to tell me. That bit's a given. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
That was really difficult. And if you've ever I went to the cinema the other day. Oh, what did you see? Oh, I saw Batman. Oh, tell me about it. No, don't tell me about it, because I don't want to listen to the fucking film being told. Oh, Mom, I went to see Transformers and it was great, right? Because Optimus Prime was there at the start, right? And he got in this house, right? And he smashed the house down. And then there was the Decepticon, and the Decepticons come and they go, right. You know what I mean? Like, it was fucking like, and I like the fact that he got passion, and that he, I feel like I'm reviewing a MasterChef dish.
Oh,
But he's got passion, and he had some sort of sense of commitment to it. He needed visuals. Like he just needed visuals. Didn't he? But he's also off the back of a wave of $200, a hat and a vest. He got loads of super chats. So I felt that he was in like a sort of, like almost celebratory, feeling good ride. You know, the money buff. I felt like the money buff continued into this, and he was very verbose. Some people questioned in your chat whether he was sniffing some sniff, and I think he might sniff some sniff. I do, but
yeah, that's your craziest take. If you think Philip Burnell touches drugs, he does not, guys.
Listen, all the top celebrity cool people do.
Nah, he's this dude can't. He thinks like speeding is wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's that kind of dude. Oddly, he respects the law. I mean, he loves to beg.
I don't think Piff Diddy spoke out in favor of doing it with the boys, did he? But no. People don't say the bad thing.
He is not a drug user. He is too straight for that. Alcohol is perfect for him because it's legal and it's not like that bad. It's not illegal. There's zero chance he does that. He loves Hogan's. Yes, he's addicted to Hogan's, so that's all you need.
So he was on the Hogan buff then, yeah. He was like high on the Hogan's.
I think
and you could tell it in his performance. Though he was like very verbose, very quick, very like talkative, and like when it got to the interactive chat, this is like the weird thing about it is there is actually some value in someone like this. Is what we say, like you've got passion, you can add to the conversation. Like he's played all the games, he's letting his audience talk with him in theory. Like there is something potentially of value that he can extract from that, but he needed to have got straight to that, used visuals, and also does it fit on DSP Reacts? Like, is that a media review conversation channel? I don't think it is. So like, it's weird. Yeah,
he's just trying to he's trying to make new shit for that show, because he clearly is he's trying to make this new thing. He's hyped that shit up for days about how it's going to be interactive. It's the best idea ever. I had a dream. I had epiphany. He called it. He called this an epiphany, by the way. This idea.
One step closer to getting someone on, getting a panel on.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will at some point, but yeah, it was epiphany.
Panel beaters.
Upside, definitely. And it was an epiphany, and he's going to have this idea, but he did it the worst stupid way possible. And some people I know, like some people said in those comments, like, most reviewers do give a synopsis. Yeah, that's true. But they don't do it the most dented way. Oh, excuse me. The most the most.
And also, listen, you can't just give a synopsis and be like, right, so at the start this happened, and then I remember that happened, and then later on we're talking about this. And do you remember earlier on when I said this? Well, actually something else happened as well, which I forgot to tell you.
Yeah,
you need like the show notes,
like your drunk uncle,
pictures,
your drunk uncle telling you the story. You need to remember stuff halfway through it.
At the when he was explaining the finale, he had to go, right, yeah, there was also a subplot which I hadn't told you about this, and this, and like he had to. Yeah, it just, you can't, there's too much like watching a show like that involves juggling thought balls in the air, and like coming back to a story, seeing it advance and stuff like that. And so you can't just explain it to somebody in one shot, like for an hour. It's unbearable. But you can do it if you've got, like I said, like just a few. Like he's making media, like he's capable. A few pictures, some show notes, maybe a clip of what you're talking about.
That's
anything like that.
Copyright, dude. Can't do that.
Yeah,
that's what he tells you.
Up for that.
But the real problem is
talk about it.
We're
paying him now. We're paying him to watch telly.
Definitely. What he should do though is just intermix the synopsis with review. He did this the craziest way possible, is do the whole synopsis without saying a single thought of what he thought about it, and then it's okay. Now it's time for the review segment, guys. Okay, so now what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Pretty good. What the fuck? What? It's like you got to do it intermixed between. All right, first episode was this, and this. It was pretty cool. I like when they did this. I wonder what do you guys think about that? But he did it 1 hour of me talking. 1 hour of interaction when it was massively LARPered up. It was like 85% LARPers. And because
there was nobody else in there.
No one gave a shit. So they're trying to ask questions that'll kind of get them going, But anyways. All right, anyways, it was bad. It was very bad. It was
bad, yeah.
It won't happen again either because I know he got a lot of big super chat from Lucifer Soul, whatever, but that's not going to be enough for him to save it and think it's a good idea. So.
It could improve, and he could work on that format and make it better. And but we know him; he doesn't want to do the work. So if it's sit there and talk about what I saw on the telly, and I'll get the money, we'll do it till the end of the earth. But if I'm not getting the money and it's not getting it, then I won't. But with DSP Reacts, I don't know. Like, I think what's been happening is YouTube will switch off. Like, you can have channels and they can be monetized, and they can make you $1 a day, and you can get $300 a year. And they can just be like sat there, just like festering. But YouTube will switch them off. Like I had a body language channel, and YouTube turned off the monetization because I hadn't uploaded for over a year. And I had to get the views up again if I wanted to remonetize it. So I think he's looked at these channels and said, there's $300 a year that's going to get switched off. I have to now maintain it. And so he's got like another spinning plate to sort of just spin a bit. But there's no real sense of commitment and drive to make it. Like,
it's all about the memberships. I think those memberships are what's getting it. His driving force there. It's all about the memberships. Keep those memberships up, and that's all you fucking need. Real quick, before we get to the messages, and get a few shout outs out of the way. Shout outs. Copeside Phil said Wings got gifted 150 Argentina subs yesterday. Oh, okay. Now,
I didn't fucking get one.
What was his response? Was he hype about that, or did he care, or was he like Philip and say, "Oh, it's just Argentina, not gonna do anything, pimp"?
He was what he did when it happened, wasn't he?
I don't. Yeah. What was his response? I didn't even saw that. King Eagles in the house says, "Find yourself someone who loves you the way ALT loves simping for the bust cat." Bust cat. I've never heard that nickname for her, and it's not. I'm not getting into that talk again. Copeside Phil says the guy who left his wife turned into Foodie Beauty. Oh, the guy who let his wife turn into Foodie Beauty. Yes, he's the health god. He definitely, and he's not an enabler, by the way. He's worried about the other enablers in America. Not him, though. But he's worried about that for sure. Jay Wuso in the house.
The story with Kat, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
The story with Kat is that it's not a story that middle-aged woman puts on weight. Yeah, that's not like a story. But the story is that like someone who entered into Phil's life with a lot going for her, who looked quite healthy, was doing some streaming, had a bit of a personality, has been turned into
You went too far. You went too far there. I can't agree with the last statement. Everything else was okay.
Potentially could have, but has been turned into someone who seems to be like a long-term prisoner and has like devolved in some sense in their health and well-being. That's the worst part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, she totally... she's the perfect... It's kind of crazy how perfect a find it was for DSP in a way. Because she's low maintenance. I mean, from the outside. Give her the Skyrim and she's fine. She doesn't have any strong opinions. She's not going to be like Leanna and clap back at Philip. Can't have that. And she just kind of is there. And that's kind of exactly what he needs. Someone he can pignify as well, whatever the word is there, the verb for pignosis. Pignatize, excuse me, that's the right word. Someone he can pignatize. He needs that. And so she had nowhere else to go, so she had to be there. She had to move quickly, too, with the fucking quickness.
Hand graphs, this means divorce coin going down. However, right?
Yeah, divorce coin going up.
going up because there's only so much pretending you can do when you live with someone. Oh, Skyrim again, isn't it, honey? Yeah, big smile. Yeah, I do enjoy video games, Phil. I do. They are fulfilling. I am happy. Life is fine. There's only so much pretending you can do, isn't there? So divorce coins still skyrocket.
Yes, divorce coin has never been higher. Saturday night, by the way, I will be restreaming on WPIG with Atlas, but I don't think we're going to see Cat Peep, everybody. But
no, there's absolutely no way.
I don't think Catherine's going to be there. But anyways, a few more shout-outs. I'm going to get to the messages, everybody. Jay Wusso in the house says, from breaking wind to getting wind, Phil is a true gas bag. Absolutely.
He's got the wind.
He does
I got the wind going. This is how you play the game. People always do what they want to do, my mom once said to me when I was like fawning over a breakup as a young teen. And like people will do what they want to do. And Kat is not going to do these streams because she doesn't want to do them. Like she will find a way to get out of it, whether it's overloading the dryer or having a meltdown, whatever. There's no way she's doing it. Yeah.
And by the way, I think it's turned, right? So I know there's sometimes you want your wife to do something. You might want to ask her a few times. But at some point it switches. And you understand that she doesn't want to do it. And you stop asking. That's the part that Philip will never, and I do mean ever, do. Understand. He doesn't have the ability either. And she doesn't have the social skills either to say like, all right, Philip, I'm kind of done. You know what I mean? It's not going to get there. By the way,
you think they'll just be able to pass it off as an uneasy weekly excuse problem that he's like, she really does want to do it, and we really do want it. Like, and it will never. Like, he's in denial about so many things, so this just gets added to the denial list. But she does want to do it, and it just goes, well, it's going to have to, isn't it? Because otherwise, it's going to either build to a head, or they're just going to keep that uneasy truce.
I think it's going to be like next time we're going to get the guys, she's busy for the next month, and that'll be the end of it. That's how we say bye to the whole conversation. It's like, yeah, well, actually your schedule is pretty busy for the month, guys. So we're like, what the fuck? But it's not going to happen this whole month. So, stop asking about it. I'll tell you when you can ask about it again, that kind of style. But
it's a desperate shame that she watched all of Fallout and really enjoyed it, and he couldn't have that conversation with his wife.
No.
Like, she loves those sort of games.
She might talk. So. Oh, but you sound like you gave your mother gave you some advice there. People do what they want to do, was it?
Yeah, my mom gave me loads of advice. I didn't take it all.
My dad gave me
up my life.
My dad gave me some great advice. I always like to share with everyone. Don't be mean to anyone in elementary school because you never know who's going to get boobs, and I really stand by that. Live with that one, guys.
That's why we shouldn't have been mean to Phil, isn't it? Because it turned out he got some quite nice tatties.
Absolutely. Otto Pico in the house says he can stand up and not get winded. What a damn champ. All the way to the mailbox and back. Don't you dare forget it. He's a legend. He's like, you ever heard of like David Goggins, super
Yeah,
jumper?
Goggins. Yeah, Goggins, yeah.
What Goggins?
I went to the mailbox 27 times and I wouldn't stop going to the mailbox. I keep going to the mailbox. You can't stop me going to that mailbox. My foot came off and I still went to the mailbox. David Goggins, yeah. I shaved all of my body hair so I could go to the mailbox faster. I slept for an hour and then I went to the mailbox. And then I slept for another hour and then I went to the mailbox. And that just carries on forever. They gave me a medal.
Flutter Dark says, Phil can't flex he can go to the mailbox and not be winded. Flutter Dark. I'm not going to rewind the stream. He flexed that he could stand up and not hurt. And this is a normal human being.
Arm stretch.
Yeah, it's not like he's like, in rehab or something. Where like Steve did that, it's a little different. He's trying to rehab something. Philip is a normal human being just trying to rehab a sedentary lifestyle.
I'll let you get to the actual messages in a moment.
Please.
But the waddle, yeah. This is like going to sound bad, but like, is it? Do you think? Do you think he's had that since he was a kid, and it's like something they tried to work on since he was a kid, or do you think it's something he's settled into and like did because he's lazy, and like it's a bad posture thing that he's developed?
Well, he's had the waddle for a long time. I think the earliest videos we have the waddle. We don't have any like SRK style. The game. I'll have to check on that. Let's put a pin in that. Circle back. I'll power walk to the mailbox. Bring it back.
That could be the question of the day next week.
Yeah. Lord Kane 666 says got his win back. Phil says, hold on, I got to stretch. Oh yeah, that's how he operates. Standing up. Oh yeah. Barrett Wells says can stand up. Can probably take Mike Tyson. Hell yeah. Mike Tyson's too slow.
Shouts out Barrett Wells for the awesome film posters.
Yeah, they're awesome. And by the way, Philip said he could beat Mike Tyson because he's too slow. Mike Tyson is too slow. Okay, anyways, moving forward positively. Aid Robinson says, big ups to ALT and Super Chuffer from Aid and Becca. Big ups. Rodrigo Marconde says, I feel he was trying to share his health getting better, but he's tone deaf and it came out as a weird flex. You share this with friends, not strangers. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I'm not saying he's actually trying to say I'm cool, I stand up, but it's like that is something you might tell your mom. Hey, Mom, I get a little in shape better. I can stand up. But he has no one to talk to. Zero. You know? I mean, maybe Mommy once a week calls her, but she's got to be on her deathbed. I'm not sure if she can speak anymore, if we're to believe Philip. 6 years ago, she was almost dead. So I don't know if she could talk anymore. Also, his dad 6 years ago, his health got so bad, his back was so hurt, he can't even move around anymore. So I hope he's okay too.
You know, when the divorce court and everything started, also, my name's one word, you chuffer.
Oh, my bad.
I'm also, I've got loads of names, haven't I? So it doesn't matter. You can call me what you like. I see that I knew it was coming. There's the scuffer.
Go ahead.
When the coin started, I thought there might have been a death in the family, or someone might have been really sick and put in this is so savage, put in a home or something, and that like some situation had changed, and that it was sad. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to deal with it and move on. It involved some driving because maybe there was some visiting or some I don't know, like legal thing he had to do. You know, maybe someone wanted like to sign over power of like, you know, if anything happens, we're signing over this thing to you. So you can call the shots like legally. Like, I wondered, and that's also maybe when the new shirts started to come in because maybe someone just didn't need to wear them anymore. Yeah. So they handed them over. But yeah,
you never know. Good Theo theory in the house. Beth Bear says Cat juggles many balls while Phil's begging and craving sweaty men. No comment.
The sweatiest, the finest of sweatiest.
Look at that. I mean, who would want that? I want this. You know what I want is the zombie version of that. Like if they have a zombie version,
if they do a Ghostbuster zombie, then I'm going to come in my pants.
I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. As you know, hell yeah, the Unmortal.
What are we up to? £600 for this already? Sorry, in American dollars. What have we spent so far?
Who the fuck knows? It's too hard to keep up.
They know it on the internet. He spent what is it so far this year?
Oh
He's
God,
up to nearly 20 grand, isn't he?
I thought it was something like 4,000 or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm way under. I forget. I don't keep that much tabs.
In chat,
on it.
Come on, how much he spent on Hogan's?
Big ups Kino Tech USA. Big ups from Kino Casino. Big ups Kino Casino in the house. Big ups. Barrett Wells, I read the Mike Tyson comment, and Copeside Phil says, standing up is what former bodybuilders do. Oh, definitely. Definitely. All right. Fine. $14,000, Stephen Paulo says. And M-Tech Review says $13,000. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's more in the name. So pretty high. Very robust. Can't take Cat to a honeymoon because they can't afford it, though. So keep that in mind, guys. Cannot go to Japan because cannot afford it. Say anything else.
You can lift Argentina out of national debt for that.
Oh, definitely. Oh, you kidding me?
You can sort out the membership problems by giving that money straight to Argentina and fixing their society. And then the economy will go up and the membership problem will fix. And then Phil can be the president of Argentina.
Dude, once you get, and if you went to Japan right now, $1,000 goes so fucking far right now because of the exchange rate. She would be living the trip of her fucking dreams would take $2,000. Once you get, but nope, we got to get, we got to get. Let me get him out of here. That's what we got to get. That's more important. So never, ever fucking forget it. All right, let's go.
It's weird, isn't it? If you just tax the Hogans even just a little bit. Like if you just took 10% or like, just a cut of the Hogans.
That's all it takes.
Why does it all have to go to Hogans?
Because that's the thing. Like, if a normal human being, let's say they have a vice, right? I know it's tough because some vices you just go all the way to the end and that's the end. You go till the money's out. I know how that goes. But if you just peeled it back a bit, right? 10%.
Wait, you're talking about drinking, not prostitutes there.
Yeah. 10% back a month, you could go to Japan in 6 months. If Philip did that, right? 10% a month. Just peel it back. Say bye to you don't need the zombie Hogan. Just get normal Hogan. You know what I'm saying? But can't do that. This guy's too cool. He's a legend. He could stand up and not hurt. So something's wrong with you, not me. Soup GG. Let's fucking go. First message of the day is from Soup GG. Come on.
Hey, that being said, I was doing some research. I came across this thing called nasolabial folds, and they're sort of like laugh lines on the face, which they're basically snort sacs, right? That's what Phil has. And I was looking into like what would cause snort sacs, and a lot of it was like going out into the sun without sunscreen.
Not that.
That's just a no-go for Phil.
Not that.
That's not happening. But I was looking at something called wine face, which it's like the effect of alcohol on your face, And if you go on Google Images and you look up wine face, you're just going to see image after image of people with pronounced snort sacks on their face like Phil. So I think Phil, the snort sacks might come from a little bit of gin, gin face. That's my theory, but just let me know what you think.
He's not wrong. All right, here we go. Here is some wine face. This is from... You tell me. That's pretty robust theory. So here's another wine face.
Oh, talking about the controller that's blue and it's purple.
Yeah.
And Bob Starsky did the color grade and it made him look really yellow.
Yeah.
Like Bob Starsky took out. Did he take out the blue and that, like, to make the controller look more purple?
Yeah, he made it look more purple. Yeah.
Like,
I can show that. Hold on.
Maybe there's something in that. Like, maybe Phil's messing with the color bands to make himself look less red. Because if you take out the red from the mix, then the purple will look more blue.
So here, quick. Let me make sure everyone knows what he's talking about. So Phil got the purple controller, and he said it doesn't look purple. It looks blue on the camera. So Bob Starsky, King of the Ring competitor, fixed the color to make the controller purple. And look at the skin color. I mean,
but that's only one way to fix the controller, yeah.
Yes,
because
yeah.
You've taken out the controller is too blue, so you've removed some blue and it now looks more purple, yeah. But you could add in red, like so. At Phil's end, if he's took red away, his controller might look blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like maybe there's not enough red in Phil's frame, and his face looks quite red.
Yeah,
like, and that would go into the snort sacks. Like
it's not. Yeah, this is not a exact science here, but it's something to think about.
Teenage Mutant Turtle.
Oh God. It's Michelangelo. Yeah, because as you see the Ninja Gaiden in the background as well, that blue looks better to me, doesn't it? I mean, look at that blue. The
blues will both improve if you add red to the blue in the one in the background at the top. Like, because you see, like the color wheel works two ways. Like you can add or subtract a color to get the same result, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Right, so Bob Starsky has removed the blue, and am I saying that right? Because now he looks more yellow.
It's more of a yellow. Red? It's more of a zombie. I'm getting this. I'm getting more like Zombie Hogan.
I'm too stoned for this.
Hold on. This is really.
But you know what I mean?
They're very similar. Look at this. They're very similar colors, actually.
Yeah.
That's the link. Hogan. Maybe that's the link. Oh shit, we found something new.
So if you were in a zombie movie, if you got your zombie kit, you've got your zombie bag, you know what you're doing, yeah?
Yeah.
Most people have, yeah? Like, wouldn't it be a joy to be in the zombie movie and to bump into Darkside Phil in the street and he's a zombie, and then it's up to you what you want to do with him, isn't it? So that's up to you. Like, you've got it's up to you. You can just deal with that however you see fit. Like, ideas in chat.
Here's a joke. Here's the messages from a joke from LDJ. Let's go. 5 seconds. So hang on tight. Here we go.
How does ALT stay so young? He doesn't.
Go to the next call from Sam Babar.
All right, so I can confirm that the Stevie Richards push thing that Phil talked about is false, because I personally know Bruce Prichard, the executive at the time, and he's still an executive and creative at WWE, and that's just not false. They just simply didn't think that Stevie had it.
Ooh.
And if he were to have done what Phil said, he would have been fired and probably would have never come back. Like, Stevie Richards has been in and out of WWE multiple times, especially during the ECW revival and that feud with JBL. So, Phil's just talking complete shit about Indrid's boyfriend in this regard.
Yes, agree.
Phil's lying as always, so.
So Indrid's boyfriend, Stevie Richards, I don't know if you've heard this story before, Super Shuffer, but...
she's got his number.
Yes. So
he's quite forward.
Phillips claims that he met Stevie Richards in Circuit City. That much I believe. But the story that Phillips says Stevie Richards told him is that the one executive at WWE was getting touchy with Stevie's wife, and Stevie beat the shit out of him at a party, which is definitely real. Definitely happened. And Stevie Richards, of course, I sent an email to Stevie to try to get the answer. I haven't heard back yet. I'll let you know if I do.
You sent an email to Stevie to say, did someone beat... Because Darkside Phil said that someone beat your wife's friend to death at the party.
It's worth a shot.
Can you get back to me on that?
It's worth a shot. I didn't hear anything back
I really
yet.
liked you at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I kind of said, like, I just know, like, I like your videos. Like, I've never seen them, but... yeah.
Did you ever beat someone to death?
Yeah. Like, I tried to see what he said. I gave the link. I cut the video up perfectly, so it's easy to watch for him, like a quick watch, But we'll see.
He's probably not going to implicate himself in a felony, so
no.
he'd probably say he didn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he is a YouTuber now, so it wasn't like out of the insane to email him. Oh yeah. So it's not insane to email him. That's what I was trying to like. Hey, I love your videos. Okay. Quick question, that kind of style. But anyways, Andrew Cold is basically engaged to him. So cool. Ross, come on, Ross, hit us with it.
Hi guys, I think it's funny that DSP, who has never punched a bee, chooses to portray himself as the most punchable bee in existence on his spring schedule updates. The photo he has superimposed over the bee, the one where he looks like an extremely nervous dog, is one of the worst in my opinion. Has there ever been a photo in recent memory where he looks half decent? I can't think of any. Also, the wedding photo doesn't count because he didn't take that one himself. All right, thank you. Have a good show. Bye.
So what's the best looking Phil picture? That's kind of interesting contest. The best looking Phil picture. Go ahead.
I got an answer. Is when he's younger and they take photographs of the people playing Street Fighter and he's slightly out of focus, maybe in the foreground or background. They're his best photos.
I'm trying to say I'm trying to think myself here. Yeah.
Wedding photo.
Wedding photo does not. I mean, wedding photo. Who's saying that one? That's like a troll if you say wedding photo. My favorite one is. This one's good. Looks really cool here. This one's cool. I like this one too.
These are photographs.
I
think that one's on his passport.
Here's the wedding photo. Hell yeah.
Yeah. You see, he looks like he's in the mafia or like he works at a funeral parlor or some shit.
Yeah. Or this one. I like this one a lot too. Oh, is it bodybuilder days? This is awesome.
That's after he's got up and down off the chair a few times.
Yeah, this is after he got off the chair 4 times in a row. He built up that stamina. Hell yeah. Come on. Meerkat wants him at his booth with him. Here you go, Meerkat.
Where's your wrestler? You haven't got a hot wrestler. You've been left out.
Meerkat does love ass man. All right, there we go. Anyways.
I got a thing that I wanted to say. It's on my brain all of a sudden, and if I don't get it out, it will live there forever. You know, in Back to the Future, a film that Phil really enjoys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Marty McFly goes back in time and he punches that guy out for his dad.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
We don't have to do an hour. That's the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah? So in Phil's world, if Phil could go, like, if he could have a son and that son could go back to the future and bang Jarheart out, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Wearing the vest like Marty McFly that his dad kept in the cupboard the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
it would all work out, wouldn't it? All he needs to do is have Jasper's not capable, but he needs to have a human son, right? Send him back to the future like Marty McFly, bang out Jarheart, and his whole life would be better. It's simple.
Well, do you think there's a lot of talk about if Jarheart really did it, how would Phil's life change? Like, is that the split? Of
sliding
Phil's
doors.
life? Yeah, the sliding door. Is that the door?
Or it was going to be on that panel with the nerd with the video game nerd.
AVGN,
got stuck in traffic. Sliding doors.
Yeah,
sliding doors.
You never
I was gonna not be a massive racist on the internet, but then I did. Sliding doors. You know,
that made him racist. That's what that day is. What made he realized
there were
Chicky
Chinese
Chang
people in the car ahead of him.
He said, "Oh, hold on a second. I got a good idea. It's a good joke. Chicky Chang Wang. That's brilliant." Yeah.
The license plate ahead said like Chang on it or something. Yeah. He's in there like,
this is gonna change the world. Oh, I got another joke. If the black person is drinking coffee, they probably like black coffee. Yeah.
driving to the event, sees black person. That's it. Sees black person.
Yeah.
Life changed.
That's it. Eureka. That's it. What's that? Goutreka. I don't know what's a good way to say that. Anyways, let's go to a parody style song time. My so this is from the one, the only, the Fear Paste, and this is called Corner Demon's Wrath. I believe this is the first style song from this person, so big ups. Let's check it out. Let's go. Here we go. WPI. Excuse me. That being said, not WPIJ. No radio station here.
Demons looking in the shadows of the street. You are making the stream of insanity that we need. Absolute darkness. Whispers of despair. Corner demon loves. Feeding on the man's nightmare. Blinded by his fear. The streamer fights for his soul. The demon's presence consuming and taking control. Every word he utters, distorted by evil's hand. His view was trapped between dead, hell is bad. Tormented streams are descent into madness.
Holy shit!
Infecting all sadness, we collide with metal. Echoes through the night, echo streamers torment, a brutal, horrifying sight.
I don't want this to end.
It's on me. It's coming for me. Why is it coming for me? Oh, what the hell?
Tormented streams are descent into madness. Corner demons wrath, infecting all sadness. We collide with metal. Echoes through the night, echo streamers torment, a brutal, horrifying sight.
That fucking rocks, dude. That was that was so much
insane.
better than I
Like,
expected.
the levels keep going up. Like, it's insane.
Dude, that's
you
awesome.
know, the corner demons, yeah, the corner
Yeah,
demons.
go ahead.
So in those pictures he's got behind him, the lovely pictures he's got. Sorry, my cat fucked up my green screen. She's
Oh, come on, cat. Spray him, spray him, spray him, quick!
She gets to do what she wants. There's no spraying. The pictures he's got behind him on the thing, that man that he sold and he bought the pictures of, he could have been an evil wizard and he could have cursed him. And on the back of each picture is a demon sigil, and he puts them up in his office and it lets the corner demons out. So that could be happening.
Okay. I like the
Watch for that shit.
There was a Pixar animations that went into that last Halloween about how there's a whole not the link to corner demons, but he has to like sacrifice something. It was pretty funny. Anyways, that's a very hype song from Fear Paste. And I put the link in chat. Here's one more time. And that's Suno. If you want to make songs, guys, Suno.com is where you got to go. It's totally free. And it's good. It's crazy. It's not as good or as fun as making your own thing. I want to say that. But it's pretty fun and it's pretty crazy.
We'll be saying this like in 2 years, all art is dead. All bets are off. Everything is AI.
Yes,
it's better. It's sexier. It's faster. Like you heard. Well, anyway, it's not our fault, right? It's the generation of today that put out all that fucking mumble rap rubbish with all the come on. If they aren't going to pull their end and do good music, then it's going to get taken over by AI, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I were a lad, people used to do proper songs.
Like, I don't care. I'm embracing it. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, because John Woe was the person that like had the call me John Yo, because I'll be turning Jasper to Casper when. And I was like, holy shit, this is really good and good. So like, all right, I got to do this. So here's one of mine. This is a short one. It's not as good as that. It's not as good as that Corner Demon's Wrath, but here's a short one from me. Come on, I'm flexing. Hold on. 12 Italian.
Successful business, not full
of meaning. But if she can't see that, then I'll just ignore her
and blame her for all of my misery.
Like, it makes you feel like you did something, but you didn't really. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like I made that. I didn't make it. I just wrote stuff. That's it. Anyways,
if Kat wanted to if she emailed you and said like, I just want to come and live at your house now, can you arrange that safe passage?
No,
Are you in?
No.
Jesus,
no.
I'm surprised.
I would like. Okay, what kind of support? Okay, that's a good question. What support would I actually give? Okay, let's pretend.
Meal deal voucher from Tesco.
No, let's pretend. Here, you want the link? That's only 30 seconds, guys, but I'll give you the link anyway. If that really happened. I don't want. I would not get involved. I don't want to. You can't. You can't get involved with it. Once you start that train, it's like a stray. It's like a stray cat, dude. Once you start feeding the stray cat, now you got a problem because it keeps coming back. And then what do? Stray cat, pun intended.
My cat's messing me right about.
You can't do that.
Just quickly throw her out at some point.
That's fine.
Get up and I'll come back. But like you really like her though, don't you? Like Catherine,
no, I don't. That's ridiculous. No. There's no like happening. I'm trying to even the balance of detractor world.
Out of Phil's girlfriend, she's your favorite one though, yeah?
Oh, of those two? Or does Angela count or Faye count?
We can count them if you want, if there's your favorite.
No, my favorite would definitely be Catherine though.
Yeah, so she's your favorite now. So come on, you like her.
No, that's a this like? What are we, first grade? This is what middle
you
school?
Want to give her a kissy?
I like her.
What about if she just wanted you to give her one kissy?
No, crazy.
Just
I'm
on
not
the
married.
cheek.
No.
What if your wife said it was okay?
No.
Just a kissy on the cheek.
She would sing if she's like, please go with her. Yes, leave. Go with her. That's what she would
and then
say.
when you move in for the kissy on the cheek, she quickly turns her head and you do the full kissy.
Oh, that's the stuff dreams are made of. All right. Anyways, can we move on, please? I do want to show. I do want to show you one thing. Let's do one message first. I'll find it as I listen to the message. Very multitasker streamer. Let's go.
Hey, that being said, podcast. I hope all is well. Steve, I hope you feel better, man. I just want to bring something up about Phil that I saw in one of ALT's stream the other day about his college years. So Phil claimed that he never had a chance to apply his finance degree in anything. And he blamed it pretty much on like other people got jobs because they knew someone. and to be honest, like for me that sounds really funny because I actually have a business degree style myself.
Ooh.
And I work in finance for a couple of years right now, doing my master's. But what Phil described is pretty much networking. Like networking is a crucial part of anyone who is like trying to find a job in a company, and that's a pretty essential part of leadership. Like if you're in college, especially in undergrad, and if you're trying to find a job, like a good, well-paid job, like you need to network. You need to kind of get out of your way to, go to company presentations and all that. And it doesn't have to consume all your life. Like the process is stressful and hard, but it's nothing that you cannot balance in your life. So Phil the other day was, saying that in his rant about other jobs that pay well, but he never really understood that the aspect of bettering himself, and he pretty much wasted his life and his degree for nothing because he never learned anything.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with what you said there. That is absolutely true.
He wasted his life for nothing. That was a nice conclusion.
I think he wanted to, I'm gonna be a real adult. I'll get my business degree and I'll just find jobs. And it wasn't handed to him right away. Well, actually, it was handed to him right away. He still just fucked it up though with his daddy. It wasn't even. No, excuse me. It wasn't handed to him right away. So he had to go to lesser jobs that kind of no one wants, like Wells Fargo, trying to get people to do predatory loans. That's not a really fun job. People say, I want to do that. And then that failed too. He failed at those. Then, Daddy, I need help. Daddy gives him that job. The odds of him being great at that job were extremely low. There was no track record for him being great at his job until that point. He does minimum effort. That's what he wants.
It's path of least resistance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Steve would say that a narcissist could. I'm putting words in Steve's mouth, but Steve would probably say something about narcissists. They can actually be high functioning, like high achievers, because they really love themselves and fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get the best job. I'm going to do whatever. I couldn't imagine Phil in an interview situation excelling. I think that would be a bit of an issue.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun to hear.
Like you say about
too.
networking, like making friends with people's an issue, and then like sitting directly over from them. Like for 20 minutes explaining your strengths.
That'd be pretty funny. He would just go forever. Well, my strengths, I have a lot of strengths. It all started when I was born in 1982. I was one of the highest achieving kindergartners. Whoa, cool.
I wonder, I do question, do you think he would, I suppose back then to now there's a difference, isn't it? But do you think he would bring up Street Fighter 2 in an interview situation?
Oh my God. Can you imagine? I don't know if you guys know about this game. It's called Street Fighter 2. I was first in the U.S. of that a few years ago at the little tournament called EVO. Look it up, okay? But no, I don't think so. I don't think so. But who fucking knows? What I wanted to bring
on the other side, on the other side of the desk, you've got the three people that are doing the interview, and on their notes it says things like "snorts too much, can smell."
No, I think I would love to see how he does an interview. That is for sure. I would love to see that.
Now would be great as well, with like whatever he's got behind him, just being thrown into like they did with Boogie on that documentary, I suppose, isn't it? You've probably talked about it before, but like thrown into an interview situation now would be. Like, he's already said, hasn't he? He's now unemployable essally. Like he's ruled that out.
I think though, like Boogie was doing a bit, here's all the bad shit about me. If you search my name, I talk. It's such a bit. It's all performative. Philip, I think, still has some modicum of pride. That he is important, where Boogie is the kind of person that says, "I don't give a shit. Just I'm an asshole. Everyone hates me. I don't care." You know.
Also, I know it's the modern world, and like people are like generally supposed to be nice, but like there are lots of people in the corporate world who are dicks.
Yeah.
And like, you know, there are places that work where people who are dicks just are dicks, and like Phil being a bit of a dick sometimes wouldn't be there. Or, like, you know, he could go in and say like, I want to come for this sales job because I've spent the last. You want to see how much money I've grifted off this lot of wankers and spent on Hogan's?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be ringing that bell every time.
Here's the thing, dicks in the business world offer something. You can't. I don't think there's any pure dicks, right? With the dick, you have to have the balls. Can't just be pure dick, and I think that's very important. I think Philip it just has nothing. Well, what can he add, right? What is he adding to that side?
Well.
Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
Like, I think he would like. I'm trying to think if I were to employ him, what I would put him in charge of. Probably not something public facing. The question as well was about networking, and like here's an interesting question: is what do you think Phil would invite? Like, so to network with someone, you have to sort of say, do you want to come to this, or should I join you at a party, or go? Do you think what would he invite them to? Like, what would Phil's networking event be? Like, what would he set up for them?
The Street Fighter tournament.
Yeah, come round and I've got all the different instruments for Rock Band, so you can play the drums.
Oh yeah, guys, come to my house. I have 14,000 instruments. You could do full orchestra. We could do full orchestra Rock Band. I have that many instruments. Pretty high. Real quick, this is a funny thing someone sent. Okay, so I know it's tough to read, but I'll make it big as I can. Someone
this
to
Kool-Aid Girl.
Yes, Kool-Aid Girl, my only love. Someone sent to. They told me. Of course, I can't. I'm not gonna. I can only tell you what the person told me. They said to Jenna hi, and then this. I can see they wrote more than hi, by the way. But this is what the response was. I need to be filmed while tied to a chair in a diaper, eat a man's ass after soiling my diaper and crying of embarrassment on camera in front of a group of people in a hotel room. Just me tied to the chair left to suffer. This was recent. So there you go. Good time. Email Jenna. Very open to talking.
I don't really like the diaper thing, but crying's acceptable, I suppose.
I mean, is it role play or are we just crying?
I don't know. I've been in many sexual situations with people who are crying, so it's just not a problem to me. I like the fact that you read it out as well. That's going to be clipped.
Yeah, that was a mistake. God damn it. That's going to be a good chick in the ring next year. Anyways, keep going. Next message in the house. Phil Ip Burn L. Go ahead, Philip. Turn the mic on. Oh, God. Turn his mic on.
Refresh the page.
I'll do it for you. Here we go.
Hello? That being said, hi, Phil here. Now, I just want to read to you verbatim a comment I just received on YouTube.
Awesome.
Okay? I don't know who this person is at all. I'm just reading it here for the first time, all right? Here we go.
Okay, got
Dear
it.
Phil, I just wanted to say that you are actually very smart, funny, and good looking. Everyone who hates you is just a sad, pathetic little worm. They are only doing it to make money from idiots. There isn't even any good reason to hate you. It's just become a memeable, stupid joke, and everyone goes, ha, 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 Phil sucks because it's a meme. Oh, this part is interesting what they say next. Again, I've never read this before, okay? Let's continue. If the geniuses that work at Google got off their lazy asses and did their job, then all criticism of Darkside Phil would be illegal. But because you are a straight, white, male, nobody freaking cares. That's actually a really good point that they just made, right? If I were sitting here in a hot tub with big bazookas shaking them all around in the camera, then the harassment and bullying I get every day would get noticed, right? Oh, yes. Shit, guys. My wife heard me talking about bazookas. I gotta go.
Thank you, Philip. That was real. That was definitely Philip Burnell calling. Yeah, that was a good point. You read a lot of good points. Big ups to Philip Burnell. I like how he ended it because he talked about bazungas. Catherine was upset. Thanks. Thank you.
Reviewed it, that.
Yes. All right, next up, we have Jesus. DSP's hairline.
Jesus came down from heaven and sent a message. Phil has been judged to be bad. He's going hell. Don't worry, everyone. You don't have to see him when you die.
On day 7, there was gout. All right.
No, check this out, motherfuckers. So what day is the first day of the week? Huh?
Oh, that's Monday for me, sir.
Yeah, Monday's the first day of the week. Some people in chat said Sunday. Do you remember when I was called in? So I did a little bit of research. I can't show it on the screen now, but I spoke to God. God says on the first day he did this and that and the other, and on the seventh day it was so the seventh day is the seventh day. That's Sunday. And on the first day it was the first day. That's Monday. So God said that. But I also checked in. There's an international consensus because you have to do trade and shit. Like the stock market's open at a certain time.
Yeah.
Everyone has to be like, so we've all agreed internationally, all the proper countries anyway, they've all agreed that Monday's the first day of the week. So I'm sorry, but I was right all along, right. It turns out. So.
He was right. Holy shit, Phil. Super chuffer. He was right. All right. DSP's hairline, and it says also T forgot to say he'd be there too. Just reading the messages. I have no comment input. Go ahead.
Toxic.
Hey TBS, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope chat's doing well. Yeah, I'm not gonna just rant about how he looks for a straight minute and a half this time. I do have an actual question.
Okay.
Although I do hate the way he looks still, but hey, that's a given. Yeah, my actual question this time is if Phil had to have like an actual life-changing intervention that completely turns everything around, you know, holds him accountable and he holds himself accountable and everything, all of that stuff, who would be at that intervention? It could be anybody. It could be any historical figure, celebrity, dead or alive, family, friends, whatever. I'll get some obvious ones out of the way, and maybe you can get some funnier examples. So, obviously, his parents, John Rambo, Howard, Jaha, like a couple of the Street Fighter people, like Justin Wong.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Panda Lee, his horse wife.
Hey.
All of those. I think maybe even one of you guys, maybe Steve, will be able to get through to him or something.
No.
I think it'd be funny just to see like that group of people and Jaha beat the shit out of him. Anyway, my time's up, so yeah, see ya.
In Minecraft.
That's not going to happen. There's no way he would listen to any detractor ever. In reality, it would have to be, yeah.
Somebody.
Go ahead.
Yeah, right. So the thing is, he's got to be somebody who he'd talk like. You'd have to be John Rambo and those people in reality, but he's got to be someone he talks to, hasn't it? To come in like it's like a friendly, you know, we're here to intervene. It can't be just the people that run Scopely or Hulk Hogan himself. Like that doesn't matter. It's got to be someone who's like personally connected that can get to him emotionally. So I would say that he probably doesn't know it, but his closest friend is probably someone that works at like the petrol station or at the supermarket that he sees sort of once a week on the routine shop. Yeah. That like he sort of has a small conversation with over the counter, and that's probably the closest he gets to sort of actual interpersonal relationships in general life, isn't it? So he's probably just someone that he sees at the post office. So like, just them.
The curls and twirls woman. Yes, good guess there.
Yeah. The person who cuts his hair. That's
Total Wine checkout girl. Someone had a comment somewhere. I can't remember where. Sorry, but they said Phil has probably talked to customer service people more than any other human being. In the last like year, and that's, can you argue that? He says he sits on the call for hours.
That's how they develop the AI. Just leave him on talking to it.
He keeps talking. Here's another thing. You know, in the chat's like, push one for help. Here's another thing. Shut up. I'll talk to that later. I'll push a button later. Hang on.
But yeah, he wouldn't listen if he had an intervention. Yeah, like his parents, he wouldn't listen to them. Like, why would he? Like, he knows better than them. They're stupid. He's Phil. He wouldn't listen to Kat because she's his wife and he knows better than her. He tells her what to do, doesn't he? So like, he can't listen to anyone on the internet because like the bad people that tell him negative things are trolls, and the people in his chat, you do what he says, and if you vote wrong, he'll abandon the vote. Like, it's just, you know, you do what Phil really wants. Unless I suppose people who give him money. Wouldn't it have to be people who give him money are the only people he will ever really listen to?
Well, yeah, I think that's probably the highest chance person camp
as well.
What? Go ahead.
Sir Moist, like people on the internet who are better.
But so that's just performative. He would say, okay, yes, Sir Moist, I agree with you. I will definitely stop doing that. Yes. He wouldn't do anything though. You know what I mean? He wouldn't do anything. He would pretend to do
Jessica
something.
Cress. I miss Steve of the Dead. We all miss him. He's coming back. He's coming back.
Oh, you miss Steve of the Dead, huh? Well, wouldn't it be cool?
And shouts out to all the chuffers and chuffragettes in chat. Like, big ups, Jess.
Wouldn't it be cool if I could snap my fingers and bring you Steve of the Dead? Well, that's the magic I have for you, Jessica S. Let's go. Steve of the Dead video.
Dun, 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 dun. It's that music. Dun,
Don't challenge me. Don't challenge me, Jessica S. I can make magic happen. Here we go.
Might notice that fewer and fewer of these are coming from my actual bed now. There's two main reasons for that. Firstly, it's getting lighter earlier, so the sunlight shining off the windows from the house across the road from me tends to come through the curtains and whites out the focus of my phone's camera, and it's constantly changing its focus and brightness and exposure, and it's really annoying to deal with. And secondly, I'm not actually in bed that much anymore.
There we go.
I still have periods of rest, but generally I'm up and about more, so that's good because it means I'm getting along a bit in my recovery, and it also means I can start easing myself into things that I used to do, like recording and editing. And recently I've been thinking a lot about editing intros, because I've reached a point now where it's not really that fun to make fun of him anymore. It's more depressing than anything else. It's an aspect that I find pathetic, because every time I see one of his awful intros, and they are, I'm sure we're all in agreement, fucking atrocious. It's completely unrelated. Yes. Stock footage, and the show begins now! Exclamation marks. and they don't loop properly either. There's always like a black frame or two as the file starts again.
Yep. And
the text just seems to like stay on for random periods and then disappear and then come on and go, like, why would you have it? Why wouldn't you have it constantly? So like I can see that riverbank in my head right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's doing me fucking head in, because every time I see one I think, you're 42, Phil. You've been doing this for 15 years. You know how to edit because you had a whole other channel that you put edited content on.
Yes.
So unless that was somebody else editing, you know how to cut clips, you know how to transition between them, you know how to mute their audio so you can have a voiceover or the audio source over it, you know how to display text on screen, you know the basics, you know enough that you should be able to find some like funny or dramatic or amazing or whatever moments of DSP and like cut them together in like a 15 or 20 or 30 second long bit with some royalty free music underneath. Why don't you do it yourself? Why are you relying on somebody who clearly does not give a shit about you? Because otherwise they would be doing more than looking for royalty free footage. And the only thing I can come back to is that it's his sense of narcissistic entitlement, like spreading out of control. Because, again, like with most socialized narcissists, any that have to socialize normally, there's sort of a temper on their extremes. You might see a different side of them when they're out in public, and stuff like their entitlement and their sense of entitlement will be pushed back on by other people. They might feel like entitled to a certain level of service from a waiter, but their friends around them will disapprove. So that sort of behavior tends to be like socially corrected. And so with Phil, because he doesn't, it's gotten out to the point where it's gotten out of control to the point where it infects other aspects of his life, like his curiosity and his creative thinking. Because why should he like take the time to do that when there's another editor out there? He's not an editor. He's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise doesn't edit his own movies. So why should he want to edit in the first place? Why should he like want to learn how to edit? Why should he even want to pay somebody else? Because that's money that could be going to Scopely. So all of this
that's
is
a problem.
Bundled together by this like surrounding miasma of entitlement that says somebody else should be doing it for me. And that's how we end up with intros that are this bad. And like, I've not been a content creator that long. I'm coming up to 3 years now. Thanks for reminding me, Duty. And I have edited a lot though. I used to edit like band footage together. Don't mean band as in like when I was in bands, when, you know, filming when we were waiting for gigs or recording or whatever. And I'd edit those things together. So it's always been like a hobby. It's always been something I've liked doing, even if it was just on Windows Movie Maker for most of it. And I like to think I've started to take it a little bit more seriously since I have started doing content creation. And seeing Phil like this is just insulting at this point, and it just makes me depressed. Not for any personal reason, rather it just makes me think he is really pathetic, and it's not even fun to kick him when he's down on this one. Most of the time it's his own like fault or his own stupidity, and it's hilarious to laugh at, but this is just fucking embarrassing. He's 42 and he's okay with putting out stuff like that. This is his content. He has a business degree and doesn't understand brand identity. And it's just out of his narcissistic entitlement and laziness. And he gets what he deserves. So, yeah, there you go. There's some thoughts about intros. And I'm also particularly bad at outros, so I'm just going to cut it here. See you later.
You got to get the outro going. We did a riverbank. Get the riverbank there.
I'll add to what Stu said there as well.
Yeah.
Is that I agree with him, and I think that Phil would also turn around and say, "Well, but I haven't got the time," and like he'd roll it in this layer of denial where he's going to say, "I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I just simply can't. I could open a computer. Well, my computer probably can't work it now. I can't update the thing on my computer. I could do it if only I had the time. If only I like." And so he'll worm his way around it like that. And it makes me think: isn't his career isn't his job media producer? Like, isn't that the sort of overarching term?
Yeah, that's what it really is. Yeah, but he wouldn't say that.
He's a media producer. He's a nice, if you want to call it a content creator or whatever, he's a media producer. And if I was like, I used to be a hairdresser, and if the place needs sweeping up and someone needs to wash the hair and there's no one there to do it, I'll do it because the job needs doing.
Yeah.
And I'll do all the different jobs. I'll answer the phone. I can do, if you need me to paint the walls, I'll paint the fucking walls. So like Phil's doing a business, and there are jobs that need doing, and his total overall position is media producer. So how is it possible that he can't do the most basic of the jobs that need doing? It's fucked up, isn't it?
I think if you, let's say legitimately you asked that, why can't you do intros? That would set him off for about 15 minutes, and he would start listing the things, right? So because whenever you give a good suggestion, he has to beat you down with so much other random shit, like just total
the denial just
words. Goes. Well, let me tell you. First of all, I own a household, okay, and it's I'm already stat for 6 days of streaming. What are you, nuts? Also, I'm in this room 6 hours a day. Then I babysit uploads. I got to check on my community tab posts. I got to check my emails. You think there's time for making an intro? No, okay? So if I hear you keep asking about it, you're going to be out of here, okay?
I don't know if I'm even talking about this, but like sometimes I wonder, like, weeks where he doesn't get much money, he spends it all on the champions. Weeks where he gets loads, he spends it all on the champions. So it doesn't matter how much money you give him, does it? Because it's never going to be enough, and it's just always going to be the same. And like, I would like when people are gone, you say like, oh, what I wouldn't give to have this person back or to be able to spend this time with someone. And like Phil could literally just give up like an evening and $18 or whatever the fuck it was the other day, versus he got $200 the same day. Yeah, he didn't need to like he already had the money. So like you've already got that as well. Like why doesn't he just like accept it and just say, right, 2 days off a week now? It's going to be 2 days off. Like, it's going to be 3. Fuck it. We're taking an afternoon session off every week now from now on, and just I do slightly less and live slightly more life. It just seems bizarre that he would. But I suppose he's hiding in the fucking office, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like he's not even like spending time with his family. He doesn't want extra time. I don't think he wants extra time. I think it's scary for him to not be connected to his precious streaming camera for that long. That's where his whole life happens, when he's on that fucking camera. Like that's
and deeper than that as well. It's he's in denial about everything, isn't he? So if he had to like literally come out the office, then he'd have to like. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. Like some of my best friends are women, right? But like listen, like obviously there's nothing wrong with being gay, is there? But Phil is very deeply repressed.
Well, remember, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. That's what Phil
he's
said.
talking about himself there in a way as well. Actually, when we analyse that, like we should analyse the fact that he himself would not. Like he might not admit it to himself, but surely he's deeply repressed, and so like that's one of his big problems. And the problem is not being gay, but being repressed. So I suppose if he came out of the office and lived some life, he'd have to just sort of face it a bit more, wouldn't he? And he doesn't want to face all the life.
He'd lose something to complain about, and that's kind of dangerous too, right? We need to keep our complaint material up. We need complaint material. Complaint material has to be extremely high because we have to complain endlessly all day. So it's kind of tough. Real quick, why did he quit? I know he quit Harold Halibut, or whatever the fucking game that was. The claymation
they didn't like it. They all left.
Didn't he get like extreme? Like, didn't he get whaled out that
big
stream?
Support. it doesn't matter. He explained it. He said there's like a trifecta of different. You have to have big support. He has to enjoy it quite critically. The audience have to enjoy it, and it has to there was so it got the big support, but it didn't. There has to be a balance. And he said a game doesn't have to be perfect and get all of those things up to a level 10, but it has to have all of those things. And it was lacking in people weren't interested and didn't give a shit. So
I just want to show you here. So the part 2 and 3 have less than 500 views. But it's not like
with only 3 parts, can he not even get those in order?
And it's not. Yeah, no, hell no. You crazy? Come on.
Only 3 parts.
What's wrong with you? Like Alone in the Dark, part 16, less than 500 views. Part 15, 300 views. But let's not pretend there's other games. Yeah, let's not pretend there's other games that no one's watching. Look at this.
Yeah, but we're committed now. He doesn't want to start you got to drop off that quick on day one. You know, because you can't. You rip the piss out of him for not finishing a game. So once he's on part 42, he's got to keep playing.
God, amazing. Anyway,
part 42, look, part 51. Yeah. I don't ever look at it like that. So when I see it like that, scrolling around like that, it's insanity, isn't it?
Look at this,
part
like
48.
He puts like different images of the game in here. Like he used to put his picture in there, but I think that the whoever the let's say intern that was making these, like I think they kind of figured out, like if you have your face, it gets less views. Let's take your face off it. You know? So now they just do these images, and like the intern doesn't have he doesn't get daily wrap thumbnails for some reason, so we get this raw fill, of course, raw fill up. But anyways. Let's get to a few more messages. Come on. Let's go to Human Style Petchy.
Don't dox them. You're doxing everyone.
I'm doxing Fiskas and Brad Burnian. No. Sorry.
They're going to read out all their Hogan pulls on the internet.
God damn it. Officially doxed. All right, let's go. And by the way, when you send messages, this is not a lie. You can do fake emails. They don't care. Do whatever you want. You don't have to put your email there. You can just put name.
Hello, so you doxed yourself.
It's the Human Style Corner Demon. Style Human Petchy back again.
Holy shit.
Now, this week seems to have been a bit more of a fireworks display than usual, so I thought it would be an apt time to ask a simple question to you in chat. Which issue do you think has been buried under the cavalcade of nonsense that is Phil's stream? Main reason I ask this is because, essentially, in my opinion, you've got this issue bubbling under the surface of major hypocrisy. You've got this streamer who states they're holier than thou and exceptionally moral, and yet they've ostensibly banned a chatter, yet still allows them to interact with the stream, but only via donations, rather than either disavowing them completely to set a meaningful precedent for the other 8 active participants in stream chat, or trying to give another chance and truly attempting to change this chatter's ways. Of course, the issue I'm talking about here is Kirk, but I thought I'd take off the nameplates in this to make this issue more apparent that it isn't just about Phil and would apply to any other streamer in this case. I just think it's kind of been overlooked because it's not really as noticeable with stream meltdowns or totally real double agent detractor comments he makes these huge segments out of. Anyway, big ups to you guys. Apart from that bitch Indra Code. She keeps starting those damn turf wars, and her simp army is making me feel very bullied as of late.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Petchy taking some strays. Damn, Petchy. All right, anyways.
1, 2, check 2. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, but you're still now. You're still image.
Why am I still? What happened
still image. What happened to you?
My virtual camera. I know. I got up to let the cat.
Pressed you real. Oh shit. Hope I didn't break it. Okay, you're back now. You still there? Yeah.
If I'm a still image, I'll just have to be. I can put on a second camera and mess.
No, that's pretty hype. It's pretty hype actually. It looks like a good still image. It's a good still image actually. Yeah. Like you're really contemplating.
That's fine. The Kirk thing, I can like he's a racist, wasn't he? He was doing bad racism.
Yes, he doesn't like black people.
Yeah, so
it's not his fault though.
That's acceptable behind the scenes because of what you think pops up in your head. But if you don't say it, you're allowed to get away with it, like Phil, yeah?
Yes.
So please keep giving him money. And as he said, come back on a different account where no one knows who you are and don't be overtly racist.
Yes.
And we can carry on being friends is the rule on Phil's stream.
That's what he said, yes.
Yeah.
It's more than black people. Sorry, excuse me.
I don't know why he said anything bad about Indrid.
Yes.
I liked his British style though. That was cool. But I don't know why he said bad things about Indrid.
Excuse me. He's said more than just he hates more than just black people. Excuse me. I thought it was an exclusive black thing, but He hates more than that.
No,
so he's a
wait, don't get confused. The
hater.
caller doesn't hate black people.
No.
The caller said something. I don't know what he said about Indrid.
The caller knows a lot of black people. He said yes.
Right. I'm an Indrid simp, so we just get the shields out for Indrid there.
Holy shit!
Right.
all right.
And
Anyways,
yeah.
I think in the end, like, so Kirk, just like the caller said, Kirk's allowed to stay around because he gives dollars every once in a while, and they add up. So, hell yeah, keep him around. He can't say no to that because then you say no to money. We're not saying no to money. That's support, dude. Sue fucking port. We need it. Keep it coming. Be racist, but attach money to it. Now we're talking. Hell yeah. Anyways, piss gas in the house. Come on.
Hey, that being said, I hope you're all well. I was watching WPIG and specifically the episodes of DSP's employment history, the one where he talks about his history with Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, LT big ups, because digging through all that stuff, you have the patience of a saint. Anyways, I was going through the episode, and I got to thinking, and speculation modes engaged. So when he got fired, he went to, like he says, he went to court and he won. Has that somehow enabled him to be, you know how Phil is, has that somehow emboldened him to like be all, you know, legal style Phil, lawyer style Phil, you know, just speculation. But do you think he wouldn't be as much as you know, convinced that he has knowledge of the law and the courts and all that if he hadn't gone through that experience and won? Yeah, sorry for the rambling. I hope you're all well, and take it easy.
Okay, so the question for the table, for the court is, Philip winning his one and only court case that we know of, did that empower him to now think he can, you know, overtake anyone in court? He could sue 1,000 people. Well, he definitely thinks he could sue 1,000 people. That's for fucking sure, because he thinks he could sue so many fucking people out there, hundreds.
This is a good one for me because
yes.
My personal lolcow, Alan Vinicum, is actually going to court tomorrow.
Oh,
or
big
his
ups.
hearing is tomorrow. And
Shout
we're
outs.
like keeping a big tabs on that. And he's being sued for defamation, and he's a narcissist. So he defamed a murder victim's family, which is pretty bad. And like the narcissist, the way he behaves, he knew all the way along all of the facts. Oh, I know this and I know that. And then it turned out he just looked at something on the internet, and you'd like find a web page, and you'd be like, oh, he's just been looking at this on the internet. My legal team say this, and it's just like some BS off the internet. So I think Phil would always be very cocky about all the legal stuff because at every point he would think he knows best and he's really smart, and he would just like find silly things on the internet to sort of back him up and assume that he knows best.
Yeah, I think it's what I don't know if this is specific to court cases because he thinks he knows everything. Any category, he thinks he knows the best. So it's like, is it just because of the court case? I'm not convinced of that because he thinks he knows everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, he did say he could. Yeah, he said the judge said, Beth Bear points out correctly, that he said that the judge says he could sue Best Buy into oblivion for wrongful termination if he wanted to. And yes, as Logan pointed out too, it wasn't a court case; it was a labor dispute. But yes, he did win that. They did have to pay him unemployment for unlawful termination or whatever the fuck it was. So it's not like it was a big like court case that he wins millions of dollars. He just was able to do so. He was able to get unemployment after they fired him. So he was still fired. They just he got unemployment.
It's like a kind of threat as well that he throws around, isn't it? Like a sort of online threat. I've got 200,000 subscribers. I could sue you. I could do this. I could, you know, it's like, is he actually going to ever follow through? Because it would require spending money. So
no. It's never going to happen at all.
It's just a sort of high ground threat, isn't it?
No, he was really fired because he was a shitty employee that didn't want to take internal tests to improve and spread, because the business team, you know, the magical business team he was a part of, he was part of the Best Buy business team. That team was kind of breaking apart, so they were trying to get employees other jobs, you know, on the floor, doing other stuff. Philip didn't pass that test, the internal test, and he said, "It's not my job description. What the fuck? What the fuck? What am I doing this?" So then that I think started the rift. This is all from Philip's words, by the way. That, in my mind, probably started the rift between the employer and Philip, and they were saying, "All right, let's find a way to get out of here. You know, let's find a way to get this guy out of here." So when Philip made that small misstep of using his employee discount, which was for a few dollars, they said, fuck it, now's our chance, you know? So Who knows? That's many years in the past now, as Philip would say.
Best Buy politics. The politics of internal movements at Best Buy.
Regis Filgen in the chat says, drop question in your Discord. Sorry, we're late. All right, we'll get to that. We got a Regis Filgen segment. Jessica S., we already mentioned that. Steve of the Dead has been here. Speedy in the house says, Phil needs his crutches. He really, really does. No, he can stand up without them. Speedy, so please praise him.
It's like, what's the film with the running man, the boy?
Forrest Gump.
Slow. Forrest Gump.
Life's like a box of chocolates. Life's like a box of Hogan's. You never know which one you're going to pull. Duty Stream says, Harold Halibut was the day 1 Minute Man didn't tip. The next day he told Phil he didn't tip because he didn't like the game. That's why he wage quit. Ah, yes. The classic. That makes sense, Duty. Thanks for that context. 1 Minute Man didn't like it. That means it goes to Ban World. Send it straight to the Chaos Realm. Boat Night in the house says, DSP 100% was the storage closet nap guy at his job. Oh, definitely. Definitely. He complained about every job he ever had, got fired for most of them, or left. I left. You know that one? When we get
Don't let him near the works fridge. DSP's at my lunch again. Oh, what's DSP left in the fridge? Also, I've got an idea that for the next competition that you should do, which because Barrett Wells did that awesome movie poster as well, and there's like movie poster ideas. Dark Side Film movie posters is a competition begging to happen, isn't it? Puns, movie posters, like send them in as pictures. Like there's a competition.
So many. We'll do it. We'll do it. What Meth Bear says, when I worked at Best Buy, they would terminate for a penny of discount abuse, even well-liked employees. Well, there you go. But then, if they fired for that, wouldn't everyone that did that have to take them to court, Meth Bear, for wrongful termination? Whatever. That's just seems like that would be logical, right? Logical style. Anyways,
is it possible that he was fired for a normal reason and that he then like kicked up such a stink with his parents that they hired a lawyer, and then the lawyer found a loophole and got him in on the wrongful termination?
I mean, possible, yeah, but is it likely? No, I don't think they're going.
Better call Saul.
Yeah. Brad Burdian, go.
Hi all, Brad Burdian here. Question this week: do you think that Phil and Kat have ever been in love? Like, clearly now they aren't. But when they first got together, do you think there was any love at all?
No.
Because I don't even know. I don't even know if it's just it was purely like a situation ship sort of. Because of Kat needed someone to stay, Phil needed a new girlfriend because Deanna left. Blah blah blah. Because at least with Phil and Leanna, at least from Leanna's part, you could tell she loved him. God knows why, but she did, and you could see that in the videos that they were in together. And whether Phil loved her back, I don't know. I'm actually convinced that Phil isn't capable of loving anyone except himself. Like I just can't imagine it. Being selfless and thinking of that
Hulk Hogan
person, and I don't know, but. Yeah, anyway, were Phil and Kat ever in love at all at any point? Would think. Okay, bye.
No, I don't think so. There's too many factors that go into it. They were pressured into that marriage because they wanted to get married when the parents could be there. She was pressured to move in with him in the first place because Subaru guy was not the best guy in the world, as we know. She had nowhere else to go. She still has nowhere else to go. Could love blossom in such chaos? Yes. But if you've seen them together,
I'm frozen. It's at my end.
Yes,
I'm frozen. It's at my end and chat. Listen, I've got two bits to say about this. One is that she could have been like on the rebound from what's his face from Subaru. Man, like on the rebound. But then Phil's inflated her up now, so she can rebound again. You're
cool with that. Okay, you're the guy that says
I'm not cool with that. That's awful.
Okay,
I'm frozen. So it couldn't have been.
Just making sure.
This is artificial intelligence. They binned me off and faked it. And then the other thing I was going to say about it is it's still a bit of a bit, but it depends on what the definition of is. With this question, it depends on what the definition of love is, and but in reality, like, does Kat have had she had strong romantic feelings for, does she feel like that about, does Phil feel like that about, where is love? What is love for those style people? That's a deeper question, I think. So,
Yeah, that's first we have to define what is. Then we have to define what is. Then we can start talking about what love is.
Because she gets security, she gets comfort, she gets there's a lot of things on Laszlo's hierarchy of needs that she's getting fulfilled. And if you look at things with a very analytical mind, you might think, this is very good for me. I'm very happy, So she might feel that happiness equates to love, in some way.
Not want to, of course, when people, there's a wide spectrum of autism, of course, but one thing that many people that are autistic struggle with is romance.
Oh, I wasn't saying about autism. I was just saying about bad people.
I'm bringing this up from my side.
Okay.
But yes, they do struggle with feelings of romance, even wanting that romance, having any interest in romance is something, right? That not everyone that is autistic even thinks about. So
expressing it differently and stuff.
Yeah, But who knows? All speculation.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't going with no broke.
Oh, God. All right, Catherine, it's time. All right, let's go. Hashi and Bonnie. Hello. Oh, Hashi, excuse me. Hashi and Bonnie. Hello.
Hey, what's up? That being said, Hashi here. And I wanted to talk about something I was
it's the cat. Bonnie's the cat. We're going to get a cat meow here. Get ready.
Thinking about when I was watching the Fall Gout review.
Fall Gout.
Well, more specifically when Piece of Peace was restreaming it, because I'm not watching that shit raw. No, thank you. So DSP gives a book report about Fallout, banning people. I'm not even joking. And in it, he shows that he basically didn't pay attention or catch anything when he's played Fallout some 7 times over his career.
Uh-huh.
And that really has me thinking, because on another one of his streams, I forgot which one, I can find it, but he alludes to him still liking the camera pointed at the TV recording method.
Yes.
And I don't know if this is him having an ego or whatever, but I find these two things in contrast, because if you watch the video where he defends it way back in the day, I think Evil AJ has it uploaded, he goes over how it's like truly being a gamer. You're on a couch with a big TV and surround sound.
Uh-huh.
But Phil, you clearly just play games for money. I don't think you are a real gamer. I don't think you're invested at all. Anyways, I think we should try to gaslight Phil into going back to pointing the camera at the TV. I think it'd be really funny. Big ups, everybody. Here's my cat. Yeah.
Amazing. I don't know how he does that. Classic. It's like a button he pushes. Anyways, that would be a funny LARP idea one night, is to say like how you miss
the retro reacts from retro style.
You miss the pre-direct capture Philip streams. Yeah, he might buy that too.
Can we get the sofa out?
He might buy that. He'd be like, yeah, I like that too. It was kind of fun times. It was different times. The Wild West, guys. I mean, come on.
In theory, you could literally just have like the sofa set up over the other side of the room and have a second set and just like point the camera over there, and it could be like the old times, but that would just require a tiny bit of effort. So
yeah, that's not happening. Out of here. All right, let's go. Let's try to clear out these messages. Come on. Phil smokes Phil smokes crack in the house. We have the best names. Like Phil gets some good chat names, but we're gonna overtake
Phil
that.
smokes crack used to tip Phil, didn't they?
Does he?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Not tip, but didn't they used to be in? Haven't I heard Phil saying it before?
I've heard Phil say a lot of stuff. Like my favorite one I found today was Jasper's lazy eye. Or the what was it, like huge? Oh, Timbo Slice. That's Timbo. Big ups. You guys know better than me. That's Timbo. There we go. So Phil smokes crack. Timbo confirmed. Timbo. Here we go.
Hey, what's up? That being said, so last week Phil talked about how he wanted to watch the Fallout show and said that he was going to be able to watch about 2 to 3 episodes a night, which is kind of weird for me to hear, because that guy has said repeatedly he doesn't have free time to do anything. And 2 to 3 episodes a night, you're looking at like 2.5 to 3 hours for actually getting that all in. So my question is, how much free time do you think Phil actually has? Whether it's just him sitting, jerking off, doing nothing in his office, or actually avoiding his wife or whatever. Because we cannot take his word for it. Big ups.
Well, there's no jerking off. That's one thing he does not waste his time on.
No?
But
you don't think he even tries at the end of the night? Like, is sort of
you think he gives it the old college try, a few tosses, and then says, fuck it, it's not working anymore?
like wakes up on himself, like with it hanging out, and like Hogan's on the mobile. Like,
yeah, this is a good game. If you ever want a good game for a Saturday night, you're kind of lazy. Take 3 shots or 4 shots, whatever your tolerance is. You got to know your tolerance, but get enough to really fuck.
Alcohol now. I was a former alcoholic.
Get enough to really fuck you up, and then try to jerk off and see what wins. You passing out or you complete. It's very fun. But anyways, for Philip, I think there's at least 8 hours of free time. After the stream ends, he does the daily wrap, and from that time, okay, let's say like, what is it, 9 p.m. his time to like 3 a.m. And I think
that's all his free time. There's nothing. He has no business doing anything.
Nothing to do.
His free time.
He might do an email every once in a while, answer the LARPer emails, he upload. Like, I think uploading...
It's all nonsense he creates for himself. He doesn't even have to go to fucking shopping. He gets the same stuff every time. He could put it on order on the internet and just have it delivered. Like, there's no real desire and drive to do anything in his life anyway. Like, he just literally spends all of his free time just pretending he's busy.
Yeah. Like,
so he doesn't have to talk to his wife.
Like, babysitting uploads, that counts as free time because you just drag something in and just sit there. You could do whatever the fuck you want at that point. You just, all right, go talk to Kat for a while, and then go back and check and see if it worked. That's it. Tweet, send John Rambo some tweets. We got a lot of stuff
Check
to do.
it, right? We used to, I don't want to get political. We had a lockdown, do you remember? Like, COVID. Like, everyone got the COVID, so we were locked in our houses. My nan came to live with us, and I was her carer for a bit. And so in that situation, I gave the room that I'm in now to my nan as like a bedroom. Well, I gave it to her, obviously, it was her bedroom. And I moved my computer out and stuff. And my nan was in the lounge watching the telly quite a lot. So like the spaces in the house, we're on lockdown, we're all in the house together. Like, the spaces became like more limited, and I used to go up to the like attic room to like listen to the internet, smoke weed, like have my own bit of space. And Phil treats his office like his fucking bedroom. It's like he's got his own little space that he can go and hide in. So I guarantee in his free time, like, he does not want to leave there. Like, he'll probably go down and see Kat, and it's like a temporary arrangement, like, oh, see what you're doing, pop a head in, thing then, oh, just got to pop back up to the office. And like, if I don't even see them sitting on the sofa in the, I'd see it as like a sort of brief pop in, and then I've just got to go back up and nurse the uploads, and like, he just stays in his room. Yeah,
it's a roommate situation, absolutely. And when they're watching something on TV, he said they spend time together on a day off. He'll admit this is from his own mouth. He'll say when they watch other streamers play stuff, which means Kat is watching another streamer and Philip just joins.
Yeah.
He said he's on the phone that time, He's on the phone during that time, He's just sitting there. Okay, yep. Oh, cool.
And she's giving him the cold shoulder as well. She's like, sorry, I'm watching this.
Yeah, I'm watching Sir Moist. He's pretty hot. So could I keep watching him? Could you get out of here? Or, I mean.
Yeah. There's like an awkward silence for a bit, and then he leaves. Like.
Yeah, he did admit that. They were watching 1 to 2 episodes a night, which is, 3 hours of magical free time he made for this great DSP React stream. Big ups, dude.
True that, yeah.
I'll make it happen. All right, let's get to Regis Philgin's game here. I do have 2 things to get to. Let me make sure
Well, we know the results. Indrid's going to win.
I know, it's annoying, but we did it. 209. Where?
I might get some points.
Maybe.
You know what points mean?
Anything.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Hello again, and welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, the show where everything's made up and the points absolutely matter, and Indrid has all of them. A little birdie told me a very special friend of ours has his 42nd birthday week coming up. Birthday week? Now, as we know, 42 is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. And where can they find that information, Phil?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series from Brian Adams.
Cool. Something I'm sure he'll no doubt mention if the alcohol hasn't killed those brain cells yet.
Brian
Adams.
Adams.
Phil's job to wait the 7.5 million years until Deep Thought had calculated the answer to the ultimate question. How many rounds of WWE Champions would he have been able to play?
Oh, God.
Is it A, 11,235,813,213,455?
Yes.
It's a number question.
8,675,309? Is it C, 6? Or is it D, 788,400,000,000?
All right, I have a real answer.
Your answers now.
I have a real answer here. That fourth one was recorded separately. So that leads me to believe he had to re-record it to make it correct. Like he said something incorrect there. Now it could have just been maybe he flubbed the line and had to re-record it.
Okay.
But I'm still sticking with my
psychoanalysis on the question.
Yes, I always do. That's how I handle everything.
So the first one was a joke question because it was really long and it was funny because it went on too long.
Yes.
So that's a joke. So then that's out as well.
I'm calling D right now. Just saying D.
What about the short one? The short one's a joke as well because it's
you
too
do
short.
it.
6.
You want to go for that?
But we're
go
doing
ahead.
it together.
No. We guess differently. Competitive. Yeah. It's the USA versus the UK, dude. I don't give a
You're
fuck.
getting eggy. We can't be on the same team.
I'm still pissed about the Beatles. No, go ahead. Come on. Who do you want to choose?
Well, I'm going to go with 6.
Okay.
Because I think there'll be a twist in it. Like he can't win them, so he has to keep playing the same one.
I'm definitely not replaying
takes forever.
Okay. I'm definitely not replaying
How many
the
rounds
question.
we'll scope to keep playing rounds?
No, this is it. There's one question. Here we go. I'm saying D.
I've answered.
I'm not doing a poll. Come on. These points mean nothing.
Poll.
Let's go. I got a poll for you. It's right here.
Get your poll.
Get your poll out.
The correct answer is D. 788 billion.
That's what I said.
400 million. The average round of WWE Champions takes approximately 5 minutes. There are 525,600 minutes in a year, making for 9,944,700,000,000 minutes in 7.5 million years. A is simply just the Fibonacci sequence. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. B was a reference to the Tommy Two-Tone song 8675309.
Oh, no.
And C was just 6. And that's it for this week. We'll see you next time.
So, my analysis was exactly correct. I did everything right.
Yeah.
Nothing incorrect.
There's some lore behind all the numbers as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the not just random numbers for sure.
Because when I heard loads of numbers, I just switched off because, maths.
Definitely. All right, next up, Broside Phil in the house. Hello, this is the Broside Phil. Let's go.
Hey, that being said, Broside Phil here. As soon as I saw DSP versus Exercise, you knew I was going to have to comment on here. So I have a question. I think it's going to be more for Steve of the Dead than anybody.
Come on.
I've already asked you guys about how you thought he lost weight, and I think we attributed that to alcoholism. But when it comes to him purporting himself to be strong or somewhat fit or doing exercise, which we know he can't do, I mean, the 25 push-ups aside, how is it that he has convinced himself that he is fit? I look at my progress pictures from 7 years ago, and 7 years ago I remember thinking, I wasn't the strongest guy in the gym. I remember thinking I was okay, but I had no delusions that the guy who was repping 405 next to me, that I was as strong as him. But there's this next level to Phil. Is it just narcissism, or is Phil special in that regard? What do you guys think?
Have
a great podcast. Love listening to you guys. Take care.
I think he's special in regard. But anyways, Super
He's got that special strength. I think that
special strength.
If you go back to, I didn't say it. I'm frozen. It can't be me. If you go back to, I was when I said that, I was referencing a joke by that comedian. What's his name? That American guy with the mullet. Anyway,
mullets. Chris Rock.
No.
Shit.
No.
Adam Sandler.
No, he's on podcasts and he's
Chris
done Joe
Farley?
Rogan, and he's from the South and he does a podcast.
Jeff
Theo Von,
Foxworthy.
Theo Von.
Okay, got it. I was pretty close. All those were pretty close.
But I think that Phil probably remembers a time. I remember a time when I was more athletically capable, and I'm locked in that in my mind. Like, that's how fast I can run. That's how fast I can jump. That's my best ever. Yeah. So that's me. That's what I can do. And then things deteriorate, and you don't find out until you have to run from the police or try and then you're like, fuck, I'm really out of shape. So I think for Phil, when he was younger, he was probably one of the more he's probably one of the he's quite tall, isn't he?
He's 5'12", so.
Is he 5? I was about the same height as us then.
He's 5'12", yeah.
I got the impression that he was reasonably well built in some way. I don't know, maybe he was all right at throwing and running at school, and amongst the people at school, he was one of the better ones. And then he sort of kept that locked in his mind. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I think this is this. Let's listen to Sir Moist on this one, not make it too deep. I think Philip always thinks he overachieves at every single fucking thing he's ever done in his life. and being built is one of those things, right? We don't need to break this down that deep, I think. It's just, he thinks he's awesome. Everything he does is awesome. Even his looks are awesome. He can flex on standing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that deep, I think. And when you don't have friends to kind of knock you down a peg when you say stupid shit, you know, like, you could say
he's comparing himself to the people in his life, which is Kat and Jasper, so he could do all the heavy lifting there, can't he? Although he probably makes Kat carry the bags for the shopping, but...
You know what I mean? It's just like there's nothing he can't turn into a flex because who's got the camera can't talk back, right? If you say shit in chat I don't like, get your ass out of here. What are you saying this for? Come on, what are you saying? Let's see. Nerd Brew. He always waddle. Okay, yeah, okay. Enjoy your lifetime ban. Okay, and that's it. And he just keeps saying, what you were just saying. Who gives a shit? It's just I don't think it's
but
that
also,
deep.
Like, doesn't he like compare himself? Like, because he like not even joking about it, but the Hogans and all the wrestlers, like they're steroid monsters, aren't they? Big pumped up, like flexy men.
Yeah.
And like, doesn't he sort of compare himself to those images of masculinity that he constantly imbibes through his eyes and think of himself as like inferior? Like,
well, he said what started this whole bodybuilding thing was he said in 2017, like, I used to lift weights, and he said, yeah, you can still see it in my muscles here, and it's
that's
like,
what I mean. Like, if he ever
no
did
one
anything
can see
that made
it.
him, like, if you notice a change in yourself, even like, and you think, oh, I used to work on the roofs when I was a kid because my dad's got a roofing. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, my dad's got a roofing business anyway, and like, I've done some time on my roofs. And you throw around some tiles and bits and pieces, and you think, oh, look, I'm a bit strong. It's like I've been to the gym. Look, oh, look, So you don't have to do a lot to sort of get a bit of a change, and then he might have just stopped there and thought, I'm buff. Look at my new muscles, and then that's it. And then from there, continual decline. But in his mind, like, he's buff, he's got muscles under there.
Don't we all know that there's like, didn't we all know someone in school that said shit that was like just complete bullshit, but you kind of let them go because it's funny, Like someone said, like, I played Halo and I won 30 matches in a row this weekend, guys. And you're like,
yeah, there was a lad I knew who said he did an interview for the WWE wrestling, and like said he'd gone to an interview for the wrestling.
Yeah, like he's that guy. We're like, oh yeah, oh cool, awesome. Tell me more about that. Liar. Yeah, he's just, and he can't stop it, and just that's what it is. But all right, oddly shaped, fill in the blank. Oddly shaped what? Super stuff. Oddly shaped. Yeah, it's a puzzle. Oddly shaped
cock.
Oh Jesus!
I know it's head. I know it's head.
That's where you're wrong. No? Oddly shaped Fred. Come on, oddly shaped Fred.
Hey, that being said, random question out of nowhere, but is there anything that Phil could do that would make you change your mind about him?
For him.
I'm not talking about you becoming a full-time fan of his, but is there something he could do that would make you think he's less despicable than he already is? All right, thanks, guys.
For Super Scuffer, yes, but go ahead. Explain what.
Well, it's easy, isn't it? You just start showing some contrition. You say, this is what... When you have to apologise for things, the first thing you say is, like, I can see why you're sad and upset or whatever. The reason you are sad and upset, and you articulate back to the people what it is that has made them sad and upset, and then you'd sort of outline a plan as to how you're going to like remedy it in some way, show some contrition. So that's a bit of a general one, but like I could say, like, what if he did a once a month charity drive? Like, what if his events went to charity? Or what if he, like, there's simple things, like everyone wants him to mute the mic when he snorts, or like, there's like social things about, like, the way he treats his life and his family, and like take more days off, give more time to Kat. Like, there's so much, but if he pulled some of that round, like, that's fair. Like, I think even reasonable people would say, well, good, we've been complaining about that, now you've done something about it. But he's not going to, is he? So that's the sort of tragic world. That's why this is never going to stop. But for me, I would be happy with some movement on his part to show willing. Yeah, like, I don't care what he does. Like, I don't really care. It's just funny to watch what he does. Like, if that's what it is for me, it's all about funny, laughing at stupid shit he said in the past and that he does now. But would I think differently of him? No, he's already done enough to not think about it. But let's say for a second he, like, I'm trying to think what he could do that would make me change, legitimately think, like, say, like, I know, I'm trying to think, it's tough. Like, maybe he would say, like, I know I was wrong, like, guys, I'm sorry I was lying. All the cat thing, it's all a lie. We never liked each other. We decided trying to give her a shot to stay, and I'm still going to do that. She's still going to stay here, but we don't really love each other. That was all a lie. Like, being honest about something, like, just starting with that, being honest about that, I would feel a little bit fine about that. Or let's say another thing, like,
Remember when I said my parents were almost dead when I wanted money to go there? I was wrong about that. My parents were fine. Like, just admitting to some stuff that are so clearly lies, I guess I would feel a positive about those small things. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't take back that he already did it. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if I call someone a bad word and say, you know what, back then when I did that, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, guys. Like, you can say sorry and it feels better, but it's still, I still did it, right?
Yeah, so with apologies, like I said, I think sorry is just not enough. Like, what you have to do is then show that you've understood. Like, so for example, I don't know, racism. Phil thinks that he can stop saying racism. It can still go off in his mind, obviously.
Yeah.
But he can stop saying it and then say the right things in public, and then that's it, fixed. But actually, like, this sort of, if harm's been done, then maybe he, you know, when he does his reacts, maybe he should watch some reacts about like what it's like to grow up and experience racism, and then like go through some sort of learning process publicly, and then say, you know what, I used to say this shit. I was the guy that used to say these things, and it's made me think differently, and now I understand, and I'm not going to do it. And that public learning process, like showing contrition, like if you were an MP or something, like you'd expect that they would do some, you know, formal statement, but then you would hope that they go and work in the hospital and see the people that they were just slandering, and do you know what I mean? You'd hope they would like and then learn from it and be able to do a little documentary on the telly that said, you know how wrong I was, and I've really changed, so do you think you want to vote for me again? Like that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I think, yeah, Nozaku Boy says that's what Rambo said exactly. It was, sorry isn't just words, right?
Yeah.
And that was a very powerful statement from John Rambo.
And also, those people, like, if John Rambo was willing to like re-engage with Phil because he felt he'd been given a real apology, maybe even a check, and like, you know, if the people around him felt that, then I guess the audience would also in some way fall into line and say, well, you know what, John Rambo is someone we actually like respect and think he's all right, and he's giving Phil a bit of a chance. And there'll always be people that will always maintain a foot on him, but like it's kind of like, you know, this is like, you know, wishing for Christmas presents, because it ain't going to happen, because like, you know, Phil's not going to take this on board and change. But yeah, like I personally would like, I think I'd give the benefit to most people to see if they were willing, and like you could see that effort coming from them, and that's ultimately like one of the things that like is so frustrating about Phil, isn't it? Is that he's got so many opportunities, so many privileges, and like, you know, even just being able to get on the internet early doors with like a computer and a camera, and like not all of us could afford that. Like, I couldn't go on the internet and play games and like record them and upload them to YouTube back in the day. Like, and he had all these like little advantages, and through all of it, like he's had all the money, he's spent all the money, and he's still asking for more. Like, you know, it's just never going to stop, isn't it? So it's frustrating to watch. So that's, I guess, the thing, isn't it? So if he did these other things, he wouldn't be Dark Side Phil. So,
yeah, I mean, that's why, that's the bottom line of it is that if he could had a chance at redeeming himself, it would already happen by now, you think. Yeah. What is it going to take, turning 50 to
he's
realize?
going to have a child and send them back to the past to punch out Jaha and change his life for him. Because like in Back to the Future, Marty McFly's dad's still a fucking dickhead who didn't punch out Jaha, isn't he? Marty McFly had to punch him out. So you get all the benefit of still being the dickhead, but you live a better life. So that's the only way it's going to happen. Marty McFly's going to have to go back and punch out Jaha.
Go, you heard it here first. Lux has a good point. Rambo was a dumbass too. Let's call a spade a spade. The more I watch old stuff, the more I see that Rambo was very much an idiot too, and he doesn't really say anything funny either. He has no funny jokes. He's at the very least, the racism stuff. He sometimes he kind of says like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Like when Phil said "slant-eyed" one time, Rambo was like, "Whoa, dude, what the fuck?" But it takes a lot, you know. But Rambo's not really like a confrontational person, I think. So that's kind of more like, I think Rambo is more scared of confrontation than Philip, and that's pretty tough. But
no, people don't troll Rambo though, do they? Like,
no, they don't, because he's
just like, you know. I'm not saying he's like a wonderful person, have him in Prime Minister and he can sleep with my sister. I'm just saying, like, you know, he's a normal dude and he was wronged by Phil. So if people in his life could come back around, like, you would probably take it from them more than just Phil telling you that there was something changed.
And he was not like, when someone says something bad about Rambo, it's not like oh yeah, well fuck you then, asshole. You know, Rambo's like, okay, I can. You know, that someone said we didn't do this. Okay, well, this time I'll try to do that. I remember some example of that where someone in chat are saying we shouldn't do this. So, yeah, I'm going to do that this time. But Phil, that's already a step too far for Philip. Oh, you say we should turn our audio down? Well, fuck you. How are you supposed to hear it then? Now you can't hear anything. You know, that's.
There is also something like strange about, like, I mean, they were mates, weren't they? Because of Street Fighter. But
yes.
there's something a little bit like sidekicky about the way people hang around with Phil.
Yeah.
And I think Phil made it happen because of like providing a sort of financial incentive to hang around with him in some ways. Like, you know, I've got this stuff, you can play at my house, and like so there's a funny like power balance going on.
And also, Philip taught Rambo how to play Street Fighter. That was how they're kind of. That's how they met at a tournament, yes, but Phil taught Rambo how to play Street Fighter to a higher level.
In the film Ghost, where they do the pottery, which is what my entrance to King of the Ring was, that it's John. It's John's got his hands on the controllers, and Phil's come up behind him and got his hand on the stick, and he's moving the stick.
Definitely on the stick. Hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah. Big ups to Joe Dub says, I propose a movie-style teaser trailer contest. All right. That's the thing. That'd be harder, though. A lot of work. That's a lot of fucking work.
Just do the movie posters. You get the pun and you get the picture. So, like, movie posters. It's good.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm not against it.
Shut up, Tipper.
Red Fan 30's in the house. Big ups to Red Fan 30. All right. 4 more messages. We're going to hear them all.
Big ups, Red Fan. Big ups, Red Fan.
Big ups, Red Fan. Hell yeah.
That's one of my chuffragettes, one of my chuffragees.
You don't have a name? Yeah, what's their name? You got to have like Duck Pond or something? What do you call them?
Yeah, well, I'm the Chuffers. They're Chuffragettes, aren't they? Like, or
Chuffragettes. Oh, that's a stretch. Yeah. That's workshop that. Chuffragettes?
It's like the suffragettes, so it's got politics behind it. They chain themselves to fences and shit.
Oh, yeah, that's true, Sick Monkey. I could make all the posters cards. That's a benefit. Me. All right, let's go. We got Michael Johnson in the house and a dark future of cats. Right, cat simps, get ready. It's not me though. So.
Hey, that TBSPODCAST. Bill wrote that message himself, but the fact that he tried to attack the detractors like we have no talent, but he can't even make a good intro or something like that, says how much Bill was doing a bad job of trying to attack the haters and think that his interview was gonna bring new light to him, which is not gonna work. And I have to say this in the most serious way possible, even though the clip I'm about to play is kind of a dark joke. I do feel Cat's future is going to end up kind of like this. Uh-oh. Unfortunately. I'm sorry in advance, LTG. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
After he found out that my mother was pregnant with Vegeta's child, he sort of...
I don't get the reference.
I think it's Cool World.
Yes. I know. Messed up. That's dark. Ain't a real person. But Phil was not going to do a good job of taking care of her. And given how she's acting, she does not want to be there. And Phil keeps trying to force this idea that she needs to be on the streams now. He's basically ending up no worse than how he treated his friends. No worse than he treated Leanna. He might monetize this. So unfortunately, that's the future for Cat for now. And Jasper too. Take care.
I didn't get the reference, but it sounds like Super Shuffer. You did?
I don't know. I thought it might have been one of those, those two big girls that were on the TLC programs. Like they were like My 40-Pound Life or whatever.
My 40-Pound Life? Oh, pretty low.
What is it? I don't know. I'm not very good at.
I think it's 400. My 400.
400-pound life. Yeah, that one. It sounded like them, but I don't watch enough of it to know if it was.
My 40-pound life is Eugenia Cooney, I think.
Right. I don't know. No, it's the imperial system because obviously the British Empire invented it, and then like you took it on in America for a bit, didn't you? So it's the imperial system.
Yes.
So we still use metric over here in Europe as well, though. We've got the choice. We can do either. I don't know how things work. I'm not good with numbers.
All right. 3 messages left to get. We don't have a name for that being said, listener. Someone asked. Like Super Scuffer calls them like jets or something. What is it again? Super jets?
Chuffragettes.
Chuffragettes. Yeah, we don't into names. We don't have names.
Well, we've got Mimp Squad. We also had a big meme because Angry Alan did a rendition of 50 Cent's Pimp and he spelled it out MIMP. So we call ourselves the Mimps as well, the Mimp Squad. But that's a bit like it's kind of weird to tell people what's going on. That being said, people you need that's good.
No, we don't have a name. No name.
Seds.
No,
right,
you're cool.
Said.
Right, Seds. The Said crew. No, you're no name for us. We're no names. We're the crew that has no crew, like Philip in high
Said
school.
Heads.
We're the crew that has no crew. We're still cool though.
No Homes Club. No, the No Phil's Club.
Yeah. All right, Meth Bear in the house. Let's go. 3 more left. Let's go. Oh, turn your mic on, Meth Bear. God damn it, Meth Bear. I told you to turn it on here. Here we go. Here we go.
Don't you think it's funny that
Phil had to call Kat in to deal with the uneven load because she has so much experience taking Tyrone's asymmetrical nuts getting blasted all over her face.
Whoa!
Phil, if a girl is telling you, I really want to do something, I really want to hang out with you, I really want to chill and have fun, but she keeps rescheduling and putting it off and making excuses, it means she really doesn't want to, and she's trying to tell you to fuck off.
Yes.
Okay? Take the
Agreed.
hint. Your fat autistic wife doesn't want to do the co-op with you because you're a rancid pile of pig shit.
Okay, toxic.
And you treat her like a slave.
This is toxic. Disclaimer.
Okay? Go fuck yourself, Phil.
Disclaimer. Meth Bear, disclaimer. All the
I'm not
content set by
smiling, it's
callers.
just, this is my picture.
All the callers. Disclaimer, all the content you hear in the show is from a different era of YouTube. That was 15 minutes ago. It doesn't represent the values of that being said throwback. Next
But
up.
they're 100% right. They were 100% right, weren't they? Like, she does not want to do it. She will not do it.
Yes.
Like, he's just pushing, like, yeah, it's bizarre.
Cyborg Crab.
What's the crack, lads? Another week of cutting your nose off to spite your face. My question is, what do you think will be done with Fall Guy reviews and live reviews in general? Are we stuck with them? Are they going to be taken behind the woodshed?
Yes, woodshed.
I personally think that we're stuck with them because it was his idea, and he can never admit that an idea that he's had has resulted in a negative outcome for himself, especially if it's money related and doesn't get the money that he wanted. But my question, I guess, to you guys is that convenience and hit to the ego worth the monetary potential of doing literally anything else? So thanks for the show, guys, and good week as always.
How did he... Okay, real quick. How did he respond in the Daily Rap, guys? Did he say it was a positive experience? What did he say?
I don't remember the Daily Rap because I can't watch enough films. I can't watch.
I know Daily Rap's the fucking worst. Let me see real quick. I think I have it up here.
He did get super chats that didn't go on the tally, and he did say it was something he wanted to add. He wants to add to the roster. But what I want to quickly say is that
yes,
please. I think he will basically say that's something that we can do. Like he was. Oh, that was it. He's jumping on a trend. Like Fallout's big on the internet. People are talking about it. They like it. So he wants to throw his penny. Like he wants to throw his hat in the ring and say I'm talking about it as well. So I don't think we're going to see like a weekly film review. But I think the next time something's trending and like he's opened the door now to I can just sit and talk for 2 hours about something off the telly.
Yeah.
The next time something trends, he'll talk about it. And I think he was just trying to ride that wave. Yeah.
Here we go. I got the Daily Rap for that moment. Let's hear. Oh, I see what we're going to talk about first. Oh, here we go.
So epic on that show. What's hilarious is people in the chat, morons, trolls.
Not funny. Didn't laugh.
I mean, this is a summary, not a review. You have to summarize first.
You don't have to take an hour, sir, to do said summary. And you could also give your review while you are doing said summary.
We had some people who hadn't seen the show, but they were interested in hearing about it.
You told them to get the fuck out.
They weren't invited. Yeah, what were they doing there?
You told them to get the fuck out multiple times. Oh, here we go.
And you can't just bend. Well, I was going to do a quick summary, but it turns out there's 1 or 2 people in chat that haven't seen the show, so we're going to do a slightly different format tonight. I'm going to talk ad nauseum now. Like, why did you do that?
All right, let's get to where he talks about how it was.
I'll be honest, I talked a lot. I'm a little pooped from doing it.
Oh,
but I had a great
can you stand up now? I wonder if you could do it.
time doing it. And in general, the people that were there seemed to like it.
Yes.
Now you might say, well, what about engagement and support? I would argue engagement.
Here's the thing.
Was good, even though we only
a lot of LARPers in chat. Yes.
had between 200 and 300 people for the stream.
Between 200 and 300, he had from the beginning. He was waiting for 200 to start, as he always does. And then the only time it got up was near the end when people kind of the detractors kind of pick up in viewership, I think, to see how he's going to end because he might get a bag out of it. Like that's what I think how the viewership works. But all right, between 200 and 300,
parts, didn't he?
He did split the part. There was no bag mentioned there.
He's just been talking for too long, so he had to have a break.
Hour when it opened up to talking, people really seemed to like that. And we had a bunch of fun back and forth conversation about the show. That
there was no back and forth.
Added. I mean,
No
I
conversation.
think if it was just me blabbing for 45 minutes, it would have been super boring.
It was you blabbing for 60 minutes, actually, but thanks.
Actually having people
Well,
to talk
people
to
said
about
their opinions, didn't they? Like, they said things in chat. I said things to him, and then he said things. Like, it's almost like a conversation, I suppose. There were some questions that he avoided and some that he sort of answered but didn't answer as well, weren't there? Like, you know, sort of just like...
You can't... Come on. You can't call this a conversation, dude. But you can't call what people in chat saying as a conversation. That's disingenuous. Like, for example, as, let's say, okay, Pyroclastic, his damn superior arm cross. Yeah, I agree with that. He does have a superior arm cross. That's not a conversation. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of just the wrong way to call it.
About the plot points and beats and
yeah, that's what he was hoping for. That was the thing, though, wasn't it? That was what so that happened. Like, I suppose it happens in every stream, doesn't it? So,
yes, but you can't
in terms
say
of a special idea.
It's his ingenious revelation, dude.
The show I think was a great thing.
Anything else?
Now, support.
We've got
to have the different pillars to make sure this is a reputable idea that's going to go forward. So support's important. This is a business.
Oh, here's my theory, my new Theo theory. The wider the eyes, the harder he's going to work for this next lie. So we're about to say a lie here, as you can see with the eyes. Let's see what kind of lie we're going to say here.
I like to think this is an involuntary response of like shock. Like, I can't believe I'm about to do this, but here it comes.
yeah. I can't believe what I have to say, but here I'm going to say it anyway. Here we go.
Now, support. It didn't do bad. We actually got something like, I want to say like over $70 in super chats, and we got a couple memberships.
Why do you need this? Okay, very normal YouTuber to say this. Hey, last night, guys, I got like $70, dude. Crazy. I mean, it was okay.
That's not the entire truth, is it? Because he'd already done the podcast and a game stream. So in that day, he had a lot more money than that.
Did he say we, Rating Lemur? Let me hear this. Sorry. Did he say we, Rating Lemur? Yes, we just had a conversation, Rating Lemur.
He didn't update. Zion Angel's right. It said $18, but
super
he didn't
update we got a
it.
couple memberships.
We got a couple memberships.
Something like, I want to say like over $70 in super chats, and we got a couple memberships.
We got a couple of memberships.
They weren't great. Tips, we made very little. But
we made very little. We made very little.
Do you think it's possible that someone's holding Phil hostage and making him do this, and that's why he talks for the we? It's because we are the overlords that are making him do it.
Yeah.
Every night. Overall, this was very successful.
Oh, successful.
For a late night stream. So here's the thing. I liked doing it. The viewers seem to like it.
That's good.
Now the question is, how will it do on demand? I have absolutely no clue. I would hope.
Oh, wait. Pause. That's not fair, because he did say there was like a criteria that not this video, but his content has to fulfill for game streams, and he has to enjoy it. The audience have to enjoy it. It has to get the support. But now we're adding in, it has to get views after the fact on demand.
Yeah, it's like
we're adding that in as well. That's important.
The biggest draw for this whole thing was interactivity, but now he's saying the on-demand views have to be good too. How fun is that to watch people talking? If let's take his logic. It's a conversation. How fun is it to watch a streamer talk with their chat for an hour? Oh, this is really fun. Yeah, really cool.
I mean, you're right as well. Like, it's even more fun with the detractor content that we will watch. Like, it's fun being there, isn't it? And like, a lot of the times I watch things back and I'm thinking, I want to say this in chat, but it's already happened.
Yeah.
I want to say. So, it's part of the fun is being there. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can't have it all these ways. Like, it probably won't get lots of views after the fact because of the nature of the way it is. So he's setting himself up to failure so he can bin it off, isn't he?
Yes. And here, okay, let's get to the end where he says the final words on it. We've got to get to 2 more messages.
So, hopefully, people will check it out, and I need.
He gets his shirts. Wait. I know you don't want me to keep pausing it, but I just remembered. He admitted he gets his shirts from like a second-hand shop where people hand them in, and then like they're brand new shirts, but people hand them in, and then he buys them, and they've not been worn, honestly.
Yes.
But you do probably want to give them a wash when you get them home. And he's admitted that he goes there and he browses the shirts himself.
Yes.
And he walks around and he browses them. So these are selections he's made apparently.
These
and
are all
like,
his
that's
choice.
him off his own bat in his free time on his own, wandering about a thrift store. Like, so, I'm glad I was here to say that. There you go.
Glad you got it out.
If you like it, please like those videos and leave comments on them. I need to know, is this a series that you will enjoy? The live review series. If you like this, I could do this with other mediums.
Oh, yeah.
I could do it with TV shows, movies.
Other mediums? What are you going to do? Smoke signals?
I could do it with video games.
Whoa!
Finish a major video game, do a night live review with interaction where we talk about the game.
Cool.
You know, what I liked, what I didn't like, summarize what happens in it, etc.
You already do that at the end of every game that you
I'd be
play.
down for that. All right? So let me know if you like it. If you don't like it, and this is something that, well, then maybe I won't do it anymore. I mean, it was a whole night stream.
Please comment "nya" if you could in his comments. Please say "nya," that word.
This is a level of the narcissistic delusion as well, which is he thinks that everyone watches everything he does, and then he also assumes that they haven't watched everything he does, so they would watch him talk about it again in the other episodes. Yeah, and in this, he's like, what he's doing. He's engagement farming for a video that's not this video.
Yeah,
like, this is the Daily Rap video, so please go somewhere else and leave a comment elsewhere. Like you can't. Like, it's a level of engagement. Like there's not that many people watching this Daily Rap, so like why are you working so hard to engagement farm and send them to? You haven't even put the link. I bet. Like I bet you haven't even put the fucking link.
Here's let's see how these videos are doing. Spoilers. So we got 457 views in 15 hours. That's popping off.
Reasonably good.
For his, I mean, for this channel, absolutely. I mean,
just for what he's done, he's sat and he's like watched the telly and he's sat down and he's talked about it on the internet. So that's reasonably good. 400 views for sitting and talking about what you've watched on the telly.
Lore, likes, dislikes, and is it woke? You trying to be side scrollers?
Bringing a political element into it to make it kind of sensational. Brilliant.
Oh, we got to get Philip interviewing Melanie Mac. That'd be hype. All right, let's go. All right, come on. We have. Come on. All right, let's go. Kaiser in the house. Come on, Kaiser. Hit us with it.
Hello, sirs. Kaiser Augustus on behalf of the Dinner World Order here. Now, guys, I have a really short one, and it's regarding a phrase, or rather a word that he misuses that bugs me, and that is street smart. I mean, I know that he tries using it as a synonym for a common sense, but it's not a synonym for common sense. So when he says that Google engineer should be street smart, I'm thinking in my head, why the fuck would a Google engineer have to know how to score some H, or how to hotwire a car, or how to avoid getting into a knife fight with a tweaker? What do you guys think? Also, what's for dinner?
Yeah, that's a great point. Google engineers need to be street smart. They got to deal with Jenna, dude.
I love the idea that we've seen Phil street smarts because there's a video of him in the takeaway, what is it called, the fast food place, and he gets his tray and he has to walk past some like bigger burly people, and he just gets his head fucking down and he stares at his tray and he shuffles past, and like that's Phil's street smarts. Is stay away from the scary men and keep your head down.
When you see urban style gentlemen, go the other way. That's what we learned.
Cat can't go out driving during busy times because it's like street smarts is stay off the streets. It's too busy. You might bang the car.
That's the robust Connecticut style street smarts. When you see problems, go the other way.
Fuck T. I can't hang around here. I'll get murdered too. Drive.
Don't drive your friends. That's the message. All right, come on. Last one. 20 seconds. Intelligent counterspell. Go.
What's up? That being said, this is Intelligent Counterspell again, and I got another work style question here, or working style. But if Phil went to jail, do you think he would have Kat log into his WWE Champions account? That's it.
Honey, what happened yesterday? I don't have much time.
He smuggled the phone up his ass. Up his ass.
Oh, yeah. He put the entire phone up his ass. His ass.
And the charger. Also, I thought this would be an interesting thing. He could actually literally give it to someone else and say, you do the logins, and then even spend the money. Just give him a break from it. Like, what would that be like for Phil? He would know that the money's being spent. He's not losing out. Like, this is a really good idea. Like, he could then have a mental break from pulling Hogan's.
He's going to upgrade his phone. Like, someone said this joke. I'm stealing this joke. But someone said, like, all right, before I walk out of this phone store, I'm going to have to make sure I can log into a certain website. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not a joke. Like, he will do that. All right. So this one's all set up, right? Okay. I'm just going to check something real quick. We're going to make sure before I step out of here. Hold on, honey.
He's got 2 internet lines, so surely he could just have a Hogan phone.
Yeah, get a separate Hogan phone. That's what we're talking about. Then when you go on your next podcast interview, you can have your fake Hogan account, and then your real one though is right here,
DSP open brackets, no Hogan's close brackets.
Yeah. All right, 2 more. They're less than a minute, so I'll play them both. Here we go. Clear it out. Total clear out here. I might be divorced now though. Here we go.
Hey guys, Kenny B here. Doing great work as always. I just have one question. During DSP's whatever you called it, his summary of the Fallout TV series.
Summary.
He starts going on about like YouTubers and people who make like videos, calling them lore hounds, and he gets really kind of bitter, talking about like they don't like the retcon changes because their livelihoods are at stake. How deep is his level of Schadenfreude to other YouTubers? It just seems like he hates other YouTubers to me. Like, how deep does this go?
This
Thanks,
was
guys. Big ups.
one of the wildest takes he had. He said the lore YouTubers, whose only thing they do is talk about lore of, in this case, Fallout, but there's for everything. Elder Scrolls, Elden Ring. There's YouTubers that get hundreds of thousands of views, as Philip would care about, talking about lore of games. And he acted like this was a negative. Are you kidding me? This is their Christmas. Is there a TV show we could talk about now, too? They
And
could
he's
go.
looking at them, and isn't he trying to do the same sort of thing? Is to enter into their patch? And
No,
talk
no,
and
no.
get
He says they're dumb. He says they're stupid. That's all they
but
were.
they're
Yeah,
getting,
they
they're
said
getting views for talking about this game and the lore, and he's about to do a stream where he talks about the game and the lore, and like, isn't it in the same ballpark?
Yeah, he's doing what they do, but in the most dented way possible. He's doing it in the stupidest way possible.
I'm clicking YouTuber jealousy. And I don't think that Phil lives in the real world. I don't think he knows exactly what is going on other channels and what they're doing. And I think he creates a phantom menace in his mind about, like, the old days and what he thinks. And like, he's just bitter about it all. Like, if he was getting loads of views, do you think he would still be angry at those other people and the way they do their stuff?
No, because he'd be he'd be riding high too. Like back in the day, he wasn't pissed. The only people he was pissed at ever are people that are more popular than him, like Tobuscus, Justine, all those people. Even when he was fucking huge, he was only pissed at people huger than him. But now he's too small to be pissed at people bigger than him, really, like specific ones. So like that's why Sir Moist is cool. But there's still people he hates too, like Keem. But Keem is a little different case. But he can hate groups of people now that are bigger than him, but he can't hate specific people because he's trying to be this pro, I'm this new person, style thing.
But he's so like bitter and jealous, and he must have looked at people talking about Fallout and getting loads of views, and like he's got a little bit of a piece of his mind for them, hasn't he?
No,
well, unless
definitely.
these people, these lore hounds, are not the same people. Maybe I've got that wrong. Maybe these are just like deeper internet lore hounds that he's. Like, I don't even know what he's talking about really, because I don't see like what does he mean? Like,
there's lore YouTubers that just they'll go through a fucking topic as deep as possible for hours, right? So like
that's good, isn't it? When people like media and they like really talk about stuff.
Yeah,
like,
they actually care about what they do, what the media they enjoy, which is something Philip doesn't do. So last
he
one.
sets up these straw men to knock down as well. These bad people who are doing bad things on the internet, doing media wrong.
Yes,
and he's got the sort of remedy, which is just to sit on the sofa and say, "This is what I watched on the telly the other day."
That's what I said. I've been saying it now for a few days now. I want to ask someone to ask him, please tell me the lore of Ghostbusters. That's a movie he said is one of his favorite movies. I am not so sure he could tell you about it because he doesn't know anything deeply. I don't think he knows
I've got a
anything.
Ghostbusters question.
Go ahead.
You're going to give her a kissy, yeah? The keymaster, the gatekeeper.
Keymaster. I remember.
If she wants you for the keymaster, are you giving her a kissy?
Wait. Is it who is it? Is the person from the movie, right?
She's the gatekeeper.
Sigourney Weaver. Is that her?
Sigourney Weaver, floating in the air, looking all mental.
Let me tell you this. This is deep lore. When I saw that, I was at an age where like I wasn't really sure how stuff was worked out. I remember that scene made you feel something, and I was like, I don't know what I'm feeling, but I like it.
When she floats off the bed and like,
yeah, I don't know what it was, but I was like, this is my future is in this kind of this arena. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Ever since then, I've been looking for a lady that's both floating in the air and possessed.
Yeah, it hit you right. I was the right age. Anyways.
That's why I like King Cobra's new girlfriend. She's possessed.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, last message of the day. Jebediah Curveball. Come on, hit us with it.
Make up CBS. I just want to draw attention to one thing. This man is begging constantly on his stream and has stated in the past that he made $15K a month.
Yes.
Even with that, he's bitched about how hard it was to get a mortgage. It's so far beyond me to understand how someone making $180K for 1 year can come out of it without having anything tangible. It's absurd to me that he's wasted his money historically on figurines and now Hogan's. My question is, do we know if Linda helped him with his down payment on the Seattle condo?
I think there is lore of him saying Linda did help. It's ridiculous that he needed help. I want to make sure that's very clear. He was making $180,000 a year, and he needed help. With that, it's just unfathomable, right? that he needed help with a down payment, $40,000, when you're making $180,000 a year? Come on. You know? Like, that is insane.
He's had the money at this point, hasn't he? He's had from his parents, from loans, from going bankrupt and being able to start again. He's had the money. So it does baffle me why he should say to people, like, why don't you give me some more money? See what I do with it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like just a fucking stupid proposition.
And I agree, too, that his credit must have been shit because he had a hard time getting a loan, too, which was with that income. I mean, come on, man. That's far more than you need to get a loan of that size. But he had he was pissed, by the way. They asked for like income statements and shit. Like, what the fuck? I gave him my link to my YouTube and Patreon. He really said that.
I showed them my Hogan's account. You don't get these golden Hogans if you're poor, mate.
Yeah,
So,
but it's amazing how much he shit away money. Like, just incredible shitting of money that you just unfathomable. Yeah. Anyways, I want to play that song one more time before we go goodbye. But Super Scuffer, what do you want to pimp out? Go ahead. Your channel, I'll get it ready here.
Well, people might get a bit confused. It's just I was going to say trying for detracting. I'm battery exhausted, so that's my channel for detracting, really. So I'm also Super Chuffer on YouTube, and that's just who I am. Like, you can see me over there and watch things. Tomorrow's going to be a big day because it looks like a man that we follow might be going to court, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, no, I'm just really grateful for being here again. It's a really good vibe, and all you chuffers in chat are good chuffers, even if you're bad people.
Definitely. But for my business style announcements, tomorrow or Saturday with Atlas the Bookkeeper, we're watching the cat stream. Is that still on the schedule? Let's check real quick. Is that on the schedule? Go to DSP Space Gaming. Is that on the schedule? What does the community tab post say? Up to Ann Lee video.
Good evening, everybody. Phil
Hello.
here.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 17th of
camera's on.
April, 2024.
Come on, I'm clicking it.
My final consecutive
Shut up. All right, community Saturday is
the actual schedule. Listen, he tells you the schedule every fucking day, and you don't know it. Why are you looking at this? You've been burned into your mind.
I tuned it out. Yeah, it was Beyond Two Souls co-op premiere, so it's still on the schedule. Me and Atlas the Bookkeeper will be there. She won't be there though, but it'll be on the it'll be on the schedule.
Yeah, she's not turning up. Yeah.
Let's listen to the legendary song we heard today one more time, and then we'll get at it.
Okay, you be good. If you can't be good, you're naughty. It's like branding.
Branding at it. What the fuck is the link? Piss me off. Oh god, we're failing here. It's such a bad.
You've done a good job. You've done a good job today. We got all the messages. Everyone's had a good time. You've been good.
I did. I'm pretty good. I think I did great. I'm coming for you.
Oh, it's on me? It's coming for me? Why is it coming for me? Oh! What the hell?
Infecting all the sadness, we collide with metal. Echoes through the night, echoes streamless torment of brutal, horrifying sight.
Heavy rotation. Later, guys. You're all legends. Don't forget it. We'll see ya.
Yeah, I'm scared.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Tevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Tevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me, and a family, Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
Because I'm starting to get